Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We are going to be playing some City Skylines today. Give me 1 second, though. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Oh, Gary, thank you for the gifted subs, dude. Super generous of you. Welcome back. It's been a little while since we've had a stream. I plan on having one sooner. I'm going to do it. I forgot how to do everything. There it is. All right. Okay, almost there. Okay, now I can see you. I can see me. I can hear things. I can almost see activity. We're good to go. All right, guys, welcome on in. We are going to be playing some City Skylines today. Last time streaming from this location. It's going to be kind of weird. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is just try to grow Coos Bay quite a bit. Take a little break. I haven't played City Skylines in a minute. It's been a while, so it'll be fun. Well, what did I just get started? What's the countdown for the new office? Movers come on Sunday. So all this stuff behind me, some of it's packed, some of it's not. It's a fraction of the stuff. I've got to actually take apart. Basically everything I'm using right now, I'm going to be taking apart as soon as the stream is done and then disassembling my server. So YouTube volume is low. Hopefully that helps. So yeah, Slay, buddy, I realized I was supposed to say something to you and let you know what was going on, and I passed out instead, which wasn't helpful. Why am I moving the studio? Oh, it's a long story. I made a video about it actually on my second channel. Basically, power outages. But I'm at a spot now where I am going to be moving. My lease is officially for this space no longer a thing. And because of what I do, they made me sign an NDA, so I can't fully explain everything, but I can hint at a few things, which I will do in just a moment. First, Gary, thank you for the first. What did I just miss? I just missed something. Hemet, thank you for all the gifted subs. That's super generous of you, or the gifted memberships. Appreciate you. That's super generous. I have, of course, actually I do have a video already uploaded, and I don't have a thumbnail for it. It'll be up soon, and then you guys can watch that. Man, it's huge. I appreciate you, man. And that also makes me realize that I'm not seeing YouTube stuff, because that is like what we do sometimes. I love that. 1 second. So since the last time I streamed, I went to Stockholm. Made a video about that. Probably not going to go over a ton of that because of the video. I purposely did that specifically so that we could focus on hanging out, chatting, you guys instead of me. And because I didn't want to ramble and break NDAs and crazy stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, the 50. I know. I still am not seeing the 50 subs. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I see stuff that's like a million years old. It's super frustrating. I need to find a better system than ground control because it routinely fails me. Lenny, you're here so I can break NDA now? Okay. Well, let me tell you all of the most important things that I couldn't tell you before, but because video. They obviously don't watch streams, so I think on the stream I can get away with saying whatever I want, basically. So you know the way it goes. Hold on, let me see. What's going to be the best configuration for us today? That looks bad. What did I do to break the stream, chat? My Spotify plugin is just gone. No idea why, but it is. So as a result, you guys don't need to know what the music is anyway. We'll just do this. Okay, that's better. I know. Everything's breaking, and here's the thing. I could fix it today, but what's the point? I'm gonna have to redo it all next week anyway. How is the lingonberry sauce? Oh, I love Lingen. I love Lingen. It tastes a lot like cranberry to me. So I ate all of the Lingen. All of it. You break NDA, we break your stream. Well, no, I have a drop ceiling above me. So I'm pretty sure that someone from Paradox is above me and they'll jump down. And I just really don't want that experience. It seems like it would be an unpleasant one. So yeah. Paradox is trying to cut Phil's power right now. You never know. Maybe they're the ones responsible for it. Lenny, thank you for the gifted subs. I appreciate you, man. That's super generous of you. Arthur, thank you for the 1 year of Prime. Appreciate you. Gary, again, thank you for the 28 months of Tier 1. Gary, thank you for the gifted subs. Stents, thank you for the Prime. Darth Frostbite, thank you for the Prime. Thank you guys for the hype train. You guys it's awesome. Kogo Wongo, thank you for the Prime. McFuddlebutt, always good to see you, buddy. The funny thing is, I was in Town to City, and I saw you just walking around a whole bunch, McFuddlebutt. Next week, we'll be able to play some Town to City. Thank you for 15 months. Cord, thank you for 22 months. Vainglorious, 28 months. You don't need to do that, but I appreciate you, man. Professor Lithouse, thank you for 28 months. And, thank you for 6 months. Appreciate you. That makes you feel nice. Yeah, you were walking around. You were by the clock tower. So next week we'll play some Town to City. I'll let you guys vote on it. So yeah. No, I've not moved. So, okay. Before we jump into the game, just update of where I'm at. I got home on Tuesday. I was supposed to get home on Monday. And there was a historic, biblical, whatever you want to say, snowstorm. One that was worse than any storm we've had in 130 years or whatever. And I missed it because I was in Stockholm. But it still managed to delay my flight. So by the time I got home, all week, I've been jet lagged. I've been like super jet lagged, the most I've ever been. Yesterday, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, which I believe was 9:30 Stockholm time. And I've been getting tired at 7 o'clock at night, which is 2 a.m. Stockholm. So last night I forced myself to stay awake, and now I'm here. But because of that, I've got nothing done. I'm supposed to be packing up all this stuff along with all of this stuff and all of that stuff because have I tried melatonin? I have, and I hate it. I hate the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel groggy for like a day afterwards. I just can't do it. 102 Tucson? Oh, we're 60 today, so I'm happy. At least I had fun. I had a great time. Stockholm was wonderful. Taking my kids there was awesome. Like legitimately, like amazing to be able to take my kids there. And I just feel like it was one of those growing experiences for them, which is always good. It's 1,800 hours in Sweden. That's why it feels like dinner time. Bill, the Europe guy. Yeah, melatonin's the worst. You have the worst dreams when you take it. I didn't have any dreams. When I took melatonin, I just felt like a zombie. I'd wake up, and for the first half of the day after taking it, I'd feel horrible. For a while, I thought that melatonin was going to be my silver bullet and like change my life and fix all of my things. And that's not the way it was for me. It kind of made me feel terrible. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. GIS urban planning thoughts, reversible express lanes. It's a lot of work. You're talking about zipper lanes. They're fine. I mean, I think that it seems like a very temporary solution. Too expensive to be a long-term solution. Oh, hold on. We can't do that. Nope. We just started. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, for zipper lanes, I don't think I would. It wouldn't be my first recommendation. We think that one more lane's gonna fix it, so we'll try this thing. What's the story behind this build? This is built on Poplar Ponderosa's Coos Bay map. The reason we have the mansion on the hill is this is the Senator McBridge's mansion. helped us get the bridge funding over here, and gained access to his spot of land up here. We could build his mansion. Thanks for the stream. Hey, Starcross, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So here's before I get into Stockholm and office move talk, let me tell you what we're going to do today and go over a little bit of inspiration, and then talk about the stream and how long it's going to be, because I think I need to pack, so it's not going to be the longest stream in the world, but we're going to try to get a lot done. That's going to be my goal. Every time I say that, we don't get anything done. I want to fill this entire area right here in with low density sprawl. I feel like we need more people. And I've come to that conclusion after looking at InfoLoom, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if you look at this, we have very low unemployment, very, very low. And what that means is we have a lot of jobs that are unfilled because we don't have enough people. So, well, actually, it looks like we're fairly balanced. I don't care. We're gonna upset the apple cart. We're gonna bring a lot of people in. So yeah. Can I see us here or just on Twitch? You are literally on the screen now. If you're on YouTube, I can see everybody. Can we vote against urban sprawl? I mean, okay, this is not going to be, okay. Let's talk about the inspiration then. So this is not going to be sprawl like, okay, here's Portland. I don't want to build Aloha over here. I don't want to build this. I don't want to build some suburban community. That's not what we're doing. We're not building a bunch of sprawl. What I want to build is a place like Astoria over here. We basically create a larger historic grid. So we're going to just kind of disregard the terrain in certain ways, and in other ways, we're going to use it to prevent the road from continuing. I'm going to try to use the coast to reorient the grid slightly and then blend the two together, because I just need to make a bigger city at this point. We don't have a lot going on. So I want to take this and basically spread it all down here. And this will be where we have a lot of our commercial activity. It's going to kind of be, we talked about this being two sister communities. If this is Bluffside Crossing, this over here will be Coos Bay, and we want this to be bigger. So that's going to be the goal. Build the prison first in Astoria. I didn't know there was a prison there. Const, welcome back. Missed it. Oh, I missed being here. I like as fun as it was to be gone. It is very nice. I feel like being gone makes you really respect being back, and really there are things that I feel like I take for granted that you leave for a bit and you're like, you know what, this is great. I have a great life. I'm happy to be here. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna angle this. I'm gonna basically try to tee up a bridge where I think a bridge will go after our grid reorientation, which will go right here. So I'm doing a lot more, we'll call it future building, than I would normally do. Put the prison out on the small island. Maybe at some point we'll add a prison out here. It's kind of angled towards, although that's a big bridge for a prison. If we do a prison, it would likely be a large bridge over here, a road going out this way, maybe a road going along the coast, and then a small bridge going over to these islands. That would likely be the way that I would approach it. Urban Odyssey, welcome on in. Welcome on in. What have you missed? What have you missed? You've missed almost nothing. We've done basically nothing. You wish there was a smaller prison? I mean, I'm sure at some point there will be a smaller prison. Um, so pretty sure you spelled that wrong, Mississippi Mikey. What did you spell wrong? In Urban Loon, I know there's a lot to be skeptical about in that, in what I've said. This is going to be a shorter stream, but I want to get a lot done. Those are not wise things to say, but I can have my goals. You guys, well, here's the thing. I can build roads with the best of them. So we're going to build just that. Listen, I spent so much time in Stockholm with the tiny roads that I feel like I need to fully embrace the American spirit and build as many large roads as I can. So we're just gonna do it. We're gonna go for it. You believe in me? I appreciate that. So how's everyone doing? Or do you just want me to talk about Stockholm? What I can say? 30 lane hyper road, 600 kilometers per hour speed limit. That sounds perfect. You have faith that I will go a full fill brain stream and squirrel out and get little done? I mean, we've already built 2 roads. So I feel like we've made more progress than we normally do. Bob from accounting. It's time to return to CS2. Really fell out of love with CS2 when Colossal was let go. Just felt like a failure brewing. Listen, I will say that I was as skeptical as anybody. And there will be people, I've read the comments on my video, some of which were not the most positive about it. I made the video. First of all, let me talk about why I made the video. I made the video because last time when I went to Finland, I did everything on stream and people said, I don't like that it's on a stream. I don't want to watch the stream. They're too long. So I made a video and I upset people there too. I don't really know how to feel about that. What I was trying to relay in the video is that I was initially very skeptical of Iceflake, and post few updates, I felt better. I mean, after the first few updates, I felt better about them, but after meeting them, I feel even better. I feel like their head's at least in the right place. I feel like they know what they're like. It feels like they know what they're doing. And that's probably my core takeaway out of all of it, is rather than feeling like they're a bunch of chuckleheads and they're in over their skis. It feels like they could have had the project from day one. Now what they do with it, I mean, they're gonna have to, put up or shut up. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Yeah, let them cook. Why was I skeptical? I mean, I laid it out in my video about it. I mean, the games that the games that they had worked on historically were just not super inspiring. Maybe that's the best way of putting it. They worked on like an ice fishing game that was like their most popular game. They had one city builder, which I purchased and never played. They have one city builder that they've worked on. God, I can't think of the name of it. But it wasn't the same. It seemed like they might be in over their heads. But I don't get that impression after chatting with them and getting to know them a bit. Surviving the aftermath. That's it. Gary, you were drinking the Kool-Aid on day one. That's fair. And you can, and that's fair. A bold man admits it. I appreciate. I don't just appreciate that. I respect that. I respect that deeply. Did I see the article regarding Colossal Order saying they had a super high expectation for Unity's capabilities, which is why they didn't meet the expectation for CS2? Yeah, I read it. I mean, I guess that stuff didn't really, I didn't read anything that really surprised me. But also, like, I feel like that's only part of it. And like, I just think that they were a little in, they were in over their skis. Talking about being in over their skis. I think that might have been part of it. It is what it is. You know, at this point, there's no use dwelling on the past. I'm really interested in seeing what they're working on now, whenever they're ready to say it, or, you know? But I do think that, like, growth is admitting when you, growth is admitting when you've made a mistake. I was a little disappointed that there wasn't, like, at least I didn't feel like I read, we made mistakes. Mistakes were made. I was a little disappointed, but it is what it is. How many Colossal Order people did I see at Iceflake? Well, I didn't meet all of Iceflake. I basically met the people that you saw in the video. So, one. I mean, the guy from the video, Timo, he worked, I mean, and even in the video that they put out introducing Iceflake, he worked at Colossal Order for years. He worked on cities too. And I guess listening to him talk too was good vibes. US and EU work culture are just different. Here in Brazil, you can see the differences clearly. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. Definitely here there. What map am I playing on? Coos Bay. Coos Bay. Was Biffa there? No. And then it was his choice. I don't think he wanted to go. You know, not everyone likes going to events like this, especially if you really want to be private. I mean, if you think about it, going to an event like this, there's an inherent risk that people will figure out who you are. So, I just think it's not his thing. Not that he wasn't invited. He could have been there. I don't think he wanted to, which is fine. Have I ever met Biffa ever? No. I don't even know Biffa's real name. I know a lot of other creators' real names. I don't know Biffa's real name. He really takes his privacy seriously. I respect that. I did not initially. Right off the bat, I didn't. I gave away enough information in my very first video for anyone to find me. It was not hard. I gave away the city I live in, my first name, and my career. I mean, and it's not a very large career, so not genius. Big brain stuff right there. I yap too much. I do yap too much. Oh yeah. And finding me was way too easy given that there were public interviews. Yeah, that didn't help either. And the fact that YouTube, their algorithm is genius. And they very early on lined up my professional presentations. They were serving them up to people who were fans of the channel, which is a thing that you could do, YouTube. Appreciate that. That was super awesome. Super awesome. Less talking, more gaming. So here's what I will say. No, I'm good. All I do is, I can't even call it messages. I wanted to call it messages and it wouldn't let me. It's a bummer. I can hear. You're here for the yapping. Anyone can play a game. I mean, that's true. Listen, this isn't even high quality gameplay. This is just like a guy trying some stuff out. Everything I do here is an experiment for a video. And then they're just like hanging out. So if you expected high quality gameplay and you're here for that, I feel bad. I can build a park. We will build some parks. I want to make sure that whatever we do here is relatively balanced. I also don't like this road coming in like this. I think I might do something like... The only thing is the road naming is going to get super weird here. I might just do something like that and call it. We'll just sever that. And then maybe we'll have another. We'll turn that into an arterial. Freestyle on a bit. And we're not going to worry about all the broken zoning. 2 reasons. I think I saw Luca in here. Luca released a platter update. I had not used it yet. Luca messaged me. Listen, Luca, I've been a zombie. That's why I haven't said more to you as of late. But I'm gonna look at it. I should have looked at the notes. You have some lovely patch notes, I believe. We'll look at that soon when we zone things. You love the platter update? So I noticed a couple of things just in like the 2 seconds I looked at it. We have the 1 unit wide parcels. And then I know that Luca was, the 8x6, the big dog. That's great. That means that we could quickly go through, straighten up our zoning, zone across the top. I'm really interested in stability to see how that's improved. Did I learn Swedish? I learned so much Swedish. I learned, hey. Hey. I learned that it takes 800 hours or 600 hours to master Swedish, which is the quickest language for an English speaker to learn. So yeah, hey. Zoning removal has already been transformative. You honestly didn't know what you were missing? Yeah. Seriously. It is. It's huge. You know what? Now that I know they're listening, just that now is when I put out another wish list video. Because I want zoning to be snappier. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's easy to get just like I want it to snap. Like, I feel like Cities 1 snaps hard. Like, you bring a road and it just bam. And then it's hard to unsnap it. And because of that, you don't break your zoning as much. In Cities 2, it's really easy to get just slightly askew when you have any number of zoning options selected. And it sucks. Actually, I'll leave this one. Hold on. We'll leave a little bit of suckage over here. Because I feel like that's reasonable and realistic, but I hate it. But yeah, I want it to be snappier. It's not snappy enough for my tastes. D Bridal, welcome on in. Or DB Riley, rather. Welcome on in. Misaligned intersection? It is. I'm misaligning things on purpose. Or Maybe saying misaligning on purpose is the wrong way of putting it. I'm accepting a bit of imperfection. And just living with it. A little suckage does happen in real life intersections, indeed. Sometimes more than we would like. I think that the senator here is going to lose their dedicated access. I think I want to do something like this. The only thing that sucks is I don't know if you guys remember. I put a custom. We have a custom surface around this road. So as I reorient that, I screw up my surfaces. And I don't remember how I did that either. No idea. Oh, I remember. I made the road big. Then I went over the top of the road with the surface and the surface painter. And then downgrade it again. That's the wrong surface, but we can figure that out. Gary, your wish item is dynamic outside connections, basically scalable destinations with each outside connection. Oh, wow. Oh, I like that. I know exactly what you mean. So Gary's basically saying that he'd like to see the ability to set a population for the outside connection. Okay. Actually, let me make sure I'm interpreting this correctly. You want to be able to say like this outside connection has a city of 30,000. And that would dictate the amount of traffic that you see at that outside connection. And then the next one has 1 million. So maybe you'd see way more traffic going to that outside connection. If that's true, that's an interesting idea. I've never thought about that. Yo, CPP, how are you? Is a new video coming of the mod for the newest patch? I made a video. I screwed it up. I inadvertently deleted all of the metadata, and it just lived out there without all of its metadata for a day or two before I noticed. Big regret. I did not mean to do that. I think the only thing it didn't lose was its title. But there is a video. I basically killed it. It's there though. My bad. And that would be cool. I maybe I'll submit that one. What city is this? Coos Bay. Mod team, where are you? Vainglorious is right there. Vainglorious is the team. You would love to be able to give certain zonables access from behind. That's our, well, oh. I don't know how that would work. So some buildings do. There's actually, many buildings do. The one that I can think of offhand, though, is there's a specific Southwestern building. Look at this. I want to say 4 units deep, low density, residential. That's not the one. Oh, hold on. Deep. I will know it the moment I see it. Anyway, this one. So this one right here does have rear access. You can actually see it. And if you go in and look at the asset, you can see that it's there. The only thing about this is that, so a car, so if you were to add an alleyway, they could drive through the alley and park in the rear. The only issue with this is, if I'm understanding correctly, you would like the building to take its main access from the rear. And I could see why you'd want to do that, actually. It reminds me. Look at me for a second. Look at me for one quick second. It reminds me of this neighborhood. This one. Well, that's not it. That's not it. There's a neighborhood in the suburb that I used to plan in that has homes like this, where they basically, right here, the homes face this multi-use path. So this whole area right here is basically like a shared community green. And then in the rear, you have an alley where you can park. So I could see a purpose for that. If you wanted to have pedestrian in the front, but I guess I would wonder, why not just have a road type that would allow this, that would facilitate this better, and then have the asset similar to this one, and maybe have the services take the services from the back. Wouldn't that work? Yeah, I think it's already possible. I think the assets just they're not very common. I think that this asset, though, this one right here, is the asset that you're looking for to be more common. The design of this one, anyway. Totally possible, though. I don't think you need to redesign the game for it. I think you just need the assets made for it. So, yeah. Holy crap, Sun Prairie. Yes. Yeah. I worked in Sun Prairie. I've said that. That's 20 minutes from you? Wow. Yeah, that was, I'm in Madison. If you're anywhere in Madison, you're 20 minutes from someone. It's not a very big city. You were thinking commercial customers parking up front, but deliveries are taken to the back? Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. Especially considering now you guys are getting me in guppy head brain mode. Well, let's just a thought experiment. Dang it. I don't have Plop the Growables. But okay, so here we've got Smiley's assets. Yeah. I guess, yeah, this one does not have any access from the rear. So I see what you're saying. Like, if we had this back here, it would be great if we could have an alley in the back that actually is functional. So for this, I think that this configuration, obviously with assets that are the appropriate size, or honestly, I would like to just skip the alley altogether And just because there are already paths back here and it's wide enough already, just have the vehicles go back there and do their deliveries. That would be ideal. But alas, it's a no. At least not for these assets. But I think it's totally possible. What about something like dense old towns? Well, you could still do it with the pedestrian roads because you can drive on them. I think the real question is, should there be other delivery vehicles, like other delivery vehicle types? You know, like when I was in Stockholm, I noticed a lot of bike delivery vehicles, particularly in pedestrian areas. Like, if bikes are going to be cars in the game, essentially, why don't we double down and have bike delivery vehicles? Wouldn't that be cool? Vespi. Someone should try remaking the building spawn points mod that was in CS1. Are you talking about Bob? That would be awesome. I use Bob a lot. Although I do feel like Bob is one of those mods that, at least for me, it ends up sending me into the weeds a lot. And then I'm looking at every individual building and fixing all of their spawn points. Gets a little much. How many times do I have to ask for an answer? Airborne chicken. I don't even know what you're asking. But also, I'm seeing a lot of chat. So sometimes you got to ask me a couple of times. And then sometimes I'll see it. Sometimes I won't. Did I have a sufficient amount of meatballs in Sweden? I had meatballs 4 times. That wasn't enough. No, I could have had meatballs every day. Without a doubt. How do I create blighted areas like Brockton, Massachusetts? It's very difficult. It's difficult because the game does not want you to. The game has kind of a utopian view of cities. There's no dirt. Buildings only level in one direction. So if you're going to try to make an area, and I'm not going to use blighted, that's a loaded term. If you want to create an area that is, a little worse for the wear, you're going to have to use a lot of decals, and it's not going to be an easy process, basically. And that is one of the things. Like, if Iceflake's going to take feedback, I want buildings to level in both directions. I want buildings to level down. I want you to feel consequences. So if we were just to take this entire area and go, well, first of all, we just killed this area over here. All these buildings should level down or abandon. But if I were just to grab this and go, you know what? If I do that, I want all of my public services to suffer, and it caused these buildings to level down. I don't really care if it changes the appearance of the buildings, like if the buildings get shorter or whatnot, but I want them to struggle. And maybe having visual indicators that they're struggling, like more garbage accumulation or the building's looking dirtier or whatever. That's what I want to see. That's what I'd love to see. That's what this game is missing. It's a missed opportunity, in my opinion. I agree. SimCity had an awesome mechanic for that. Between that and like riots and protests in the street, if you were failing as a mayor, that was like, the game excelled at that, and this game is bad at that. Just like flat out gives you no response to doing poorly. There's no consequence. You can suck as the mayor and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The only thing that you'll notice is that you're like missing demand. Or it's just like this, we're just missing demand, you don't know why. Riots, you miss those? I mean, it just brings a bit of life in. Wouldn't a building level down have fewer residents? Would that create homeless people? Yeah. Yeah. It would. But reasonably, if your city's doing poorly, wouldn't people be moving out anyway? Or not be able to afford where they're living? So wouldn't it just kind of be the natural conclusion of things that that things would go in the wrong direction anyway? It doesn't seem like it's in conflict with the general idea of what's already happening, at least to me. Homelessness is realistic. Homelessness is realistic. I think that the game mechanic is not fully fleshed out right now, and it needs some more work. It feels like an incomplete thought. Like they started writing a paragraph, and then eventually got called to dinner and walked away and never came back to it. And as someone who routinely does that, I empathize, but also if it's never going to be complete, I want it gone. And if it is going to be complete, I want to see where it goes. You're just happy Office Demand is back? Yeah, me too. Where's my commercial demand? Building regression where was a historical thing in city builders in the 90s, like Zeus. Yeah. I can't remember who I was talking to, but they said, wouldn't it be cool if your buildings start at level 3? 3 is the base, 5 is the best, and suffering is level 2 or 1. I think that'd be really neat. And my big thing about this is with the way the mechanic currently sits. So let's just look at these. Let's just look at these real quick. So this is level 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. All of these buildings are level 4. So level 4 everywhere. Oh my God. All of the buildings are level 4. Quickest way to look at this. This right here is an indication of a lack of building variety, because level 3 and 4 buildings look the same. It's the same model, unless you have a couple of different zoning categories, Mediterranean heritage, the new office buildings. So all of these buildings are pulling from the same set of models, and the level 1 and 2 models and the level 5 models, the meshes, we're not seeing them. And you end up getting a really uniform look then. So not only do you have Disneyland sterile, but also you have 1/3 of the number of assets to pull from. So I feel like building leveling is just fundamentally not in a good place right now. And it's never been right. Same problem in Cities 1. Something needs to change. Makes sense. New construction wouldn't usually start crappy. Agreed. Yeah. And then you can really lean into that mechanic of like bringing materials to level up. And then if you level down, let's say this neighborhood, let's just say I don't serve it with any city services, and all the buildings decrease their level to level 1. First of all, seeing the buildings downgrade to level 1 is a visual indication for me that things are going poorly. If I see down arrows and the buildings shrinking in size, that is an indication to me that I am screwing up. The other thing about that is I lost my train of thought. It was good. It was really good, guys. It's gone now. Totally gone. When is the next SG episode coming out? You mean Segunda Beach? Probably Wednesday. Whisker Wood's coming next. Hi, Chad. Hi, Phil. Hi. Welcome here. Welcome here. You need that thought? Just gonna say, it kills me that I lost it. I felt like I was cooking, and now it's gone. Yes, Laguna Beach. The next Laguna Beach is going to be a B episode. Just so you guys know, I hadn't played with the assets from Bad Peanut until after I finished recording. I didn't want to get distracted, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just finish this recording, finish this episode, and then after that, I'm gonna go and I'll take a look at Peanut's stuff. And then as soon as I was done, it's just like, dang it. I really should have delayed this episode and incorporated these in, because there were a number of things that I'm not thrilled about that I did, that now I want to fix. Basically, like, I didn't like where I put the tram depot. One of the turnarounds, rightfully, the comment said, you know, it doesn't make sense the way you laid it out. I rode on the trams basically every day that I was in Stockholm. Gave me a lot of inspiration about how to lay them out correctly. So yeah, we're gonna have a B episode. Lord Movbo, thank you for the Prime. Ring loves me, thank you for the tier 1. 28 months, appreciate you. Skeet Sir, thank you for all the super chats. First one says, for some reason, no one visits your beach, even though it's close to the Dubai beach mod. I've never played with that one. I've never played that one. But if no one's visiting your beach, it's probably because it's not as attractive as some other parks that you have. You love building airports close to hotels? That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you for both the super chats. Vertigo, thank you for the super chat. How do I create blighted areas? Oh, I answered that one. Got that. Daffo, thank you for the Prime. Mr. Dooney, thank you for the gifted subs over on YouTube. Appreciate you. Super generous of you. I promise, before I start packing, I will finish up the thumbnail for the Whiskerwood. I feel like in the last Whiskerwood, in the one that's up there, and it's in the Vimeo folder if you have access to that. I kind of figured out the game a little bit more, partially because of Vainglorious, partially because of Discord, partially because I just decided to let loose and just do what I want. So that's in there right now. It's been in there for a day, since last night rather. So yeah. What's my favorite city that I or someone else has made in CS2? Well, I feel like those are two questions. My favorite city is Laguna Beach that I've made. I feel like I've been having a good time. I've just really been enjoying it. My favorite city that someone else has made, I'm going to give you two. One will be Mars from City Wall City Walk, because it was so out there, just wild. And the other one is Oceania by $2.20. $2.20 is my favorite creator, like, without a doubt. Like, he's the person that, like, the first time I met him, I kind of just like had like my fanning out moment where I was like, oh my God, it's $2.20. This is so cool. And I still feel that way. I just really like him. I just really like him. Like, as a person, I feel like we just click. So yeah. You called it. What do you win? I don't know. I also like $2.20's new builds. Listen, guys, $2.20 is a much better creator than me. You should watch his videos and not mine. Demook, when is my next office tour video coming? Probably about a week and a half. I want the office to be built out, and it's supposed to be done next Friday. My stuff is getting moved there this week. It's a mess. You love the Detailers Collective, but unfortunately there are no new episodes. Yeah. He is okay. $2.20 is a very detailed builder, but I feel like $2.20 is an artist. And what I love about his builds is there's just an artistic flair and sense to them, and he just sees the world in ways that I feel like I miss sometimes. So I just really like watching his builds. I think he's a very fun builder to watch, and I feel like the things that he puts together are just exceptionally well crafted. He's really got a vision for city building. He's just incredibly talented. And he's an OG. Just an OG. Have I seen the Chicago packs on PDX mods? It's basically its own region pack. Keep up the good work. I have not. I am way behind on things. So thank you for the super chat. I will check those out. Discarina, thank you for 16 months. Vertigo, thank you for becoming associate planner. White Goat, thank you for the prime. E-Baked Potato, thank you for 19 months. So long. Rem Union, thank you for 38 months of being a planning director on YouTube. We love you, Phil. So happy I'm back. Thank you. Appreciate you. Sparky, thank you for 27 months. You are an OG. Blue Eagle, thank you for the prime. 9 months. If Jesse, thank you so much for the prime. Phil, thank you for the biddies. You were wondering high rise creates a lot of traffic. I often said that high traffic uses shouldn't go on arterials, but you also don't see them on a local road. Plenty of examples in real world cities. Can I provide my theory to it? Well, I mean, in the real world, there's lots of examples of things that are non-ideal. And you kind of just roll with it. So the theory is you're going to have these uses that generate tons and tons of traffic. You're just going to deal with that sometimes on major roads. Sometimes the major road is what attracted them there in the first place. But in the game, if you want your traffic to flow effectively, you will try to avoid that. Try to place it on the local road. Try to at least take your... I guess the big thing is you might have a use like that on a major road, but if you can take your access from the rear or the side, that would be ideal. I wish... I'll try to demonstrate this. We are going to be adding... One thing I did see. I want to add... Where are they? Oh, man. There's been some stuff added here. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Shut the front door. Who did this? That's sick. Well, I've got to do it. So I'll add those right now. That's super cool. I feel like I got to add this. My cousin opens up the stores. That's his job. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my goodness. You guys are about to lose me. Hold on. So cool. Chicago houses, Chicago garages. Okay, give me one more second. I'm looking for a very specific asset. I don't know what it's called. It was on Reddit. Maybe I'm not gonna find it. Oh, right here. These are the ones. I want to add these to Saguna Beach. And maybe, Phil, I'll try to demonstrate what I mean. Because I should be able to take access, ideally from a side street, and then place it on an arterial. If I place the building correctly. That's what you should be doing. Pedestrian access from the front, vehicular access from the rear. Kind of the same thing we were talking about before. So yeah. Hey Phil, say hello to Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Hello. You mostly watch me and Biffa, but you've found Picana lately. He's building really cool, really Dutch-inspired city. Picana's awesome. Picana's a very, very, very talented builder and a cool guy. Got to meet Picana. Really enjoyed talking to Picana. Picana and Sunny Scunny were the two people that I didn't know. Picana, Sunny Scunny, and Trist. Trist makes a lot of the... we have Trist's assets in here, actually. Trist is the asset creator making all the really cool Australian assets. I had the pleasure of hanging out with Trist on a number of occasions. Very much enjoyed hanging out with Trist. What's my favorite mod asset DLC? Favorite DLC. I'll say we'll do a CCP. I think it's probably at this point the Bad Peanuts new City Stations. It is just quality pack. Mod, platter, or network tools. Luca's killing it. Network tools isn't out yet, but I'll tell you, the reason it's not out is Luca is experimenting with ways to make it better. Check this out, guys. So before, it was a little bit janky to figure out how to do the sloping. He's added these little angles here so you can pull it out. And there's not a lot of nodes on this, so it's not changing anything. Hold on. Let's do a better one. So I can adjust where the slope's occurring by pulling this out. So now I can have this be gentler and then make this steeper. And you can see as I pull this up, it's lowering and raising. Let him cook. So how could this not be my favorite? You know, it's so sick. So sick. So yeah. Luca came out of nowhere and became a top tier modder like basically overnight. I really, my biggest, not regret, because I mean, it's not my fault. my biggest bit of sadness about Stockholm is that Luca was not there. And my guess is he'll be at the next one if he wants to be, but definitely sad not to meet Luca, because just making some amazing stuff. Luca's the GOAT. Agreed. I'm going to sever this connection because I don't want people using this as a collector. That wasn't the goal. This will function as a collector. Get people into the neighborhood. And that's okay. You want to use the node deleting with that tool? Funny thing is, I haven't really used this very much at all. Let's I don't think I need it anywhere right now. But as it comes up, remind me. And I'll try to remember. I guess, okay, let's just have some fun. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. There's also the shaping tools. I haven't used this yet. Applying a curve. Oh my goodness. The amount of control. So good. Or I can straighten it and break it. So yeah. No. Roll formula. You don't have to send a super chat. You don't have to send a super chat to talk. Just keep sending messages. Hey CPP, really great seeing the Stockholm video. Curious what I noticed most about public transportation since it's one of Stockholm's most prominent features. That I never had to think about it. And the big thing is it was frequent enough. It was frequent enough that you don't have to think about it. and very clean. Even not speaking Swedish, I could figure it out because it was organized so well. And it was just high quality transit. Honestly, it's so good that as someone from the US, it's just depressing. Maybe that's the best. Maybe I think that's the best compliment that I can give it, is that it's just depressing. How good it was. Skeetzer, thank you for the super chat. You only use 8-lane roads for your city. That is a thing you could do. I'm not sure that I would recommend that. Induce demand. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But you can do that. That is a thing you could do. You could definitely do that if you'd like to. Do I ever think that Ice Flake will add vanilla advanced bulldozer? I think everything's on the table. If I'm being totally honest with you, I think everything is on the table. That was not the case with Colossal Order. To me, it felt like Colossal Order had some things that they were just simply never going to do. Either because of the difficulty of doing it or their vision for the game not conflicting with that. And you know, that is the thing that I think bothered me the most about their approach to building the game. Just that I am still firmly of the belief that if a majority of the player base wants something, you ought to at least investigate it and see if there is merit in adding it. Considering it's a game not for the developer but for the player base. So I have really appreciated that it seems like that is the approach that Ice Flake is taking. That said, because of that, I think if you want to see that, you got to ask for it. You might as well. They've just been adding mods to the game. It's sick. It's sick. I would much rather have a vanilla variant of a tool than use a mod. I want the base version of this game to be super playable without mods. Do I know when network tools will come out? When it's ready. That is all I know. And I feel like that is the right approach. What I will say is if you want to get earlier access to it, joining the Cities 2 modding Discord is the way to do it. Because Luca's in there. Honestly, there are a lot of mods in there that if you wanted early access to it, you could get it in there. You could get it if you were in there. When will I next video release? Maybe Sunday. I didn't make a thumbnail for it. And it's Whiskerwood, so some of you are going to be really pumped about that, and then a number of you are going to be like, I don't really care about that. And that's fair. Totally fair. But I enjoy it, so. I follow the fun. Yeah, Vainglorious likes it. I made it for Vainglorious. Not totally false. Whiskerwood is a sleeper hit for you. It's a quality game. I thought it was just going to be Timberborn, but with mice, it is not. It's a really solid game, and it's one that if you haven't played it and you're looking for a new city builder that's just a little different than anything else you've played, it's super worth checking out. Super worth checking out. You'll get lost in it. And I know that I have stolen many hours of Vainglorious's life. I apologize, and I also think it was probably worth it. Do I have merch? I do. I do. Do I figure out this? Did I figure out the story aspect for the tram fixes? There won't be one. It's a B episode. There is, since I've reintroduced the B episodes, it's made me make videos faster. Mostly because I realized that I was not making videos because I couldn't think of what the story was about, and I was struggling with that. And then I would like get this paralysis where I would just decide not to make a video. And I feel like folks would rather I make a video and then like come back. Like I already know where the story is going, and the fixes don't work with it. So I figure, screw it. We're just gonna have the video and have some fun experimenting with new assets, and then we'll get back to Ralph and what he's gonna be up to, and the mysterious person that's getting things done behind the scenes. We'll get to them soon, but it doesn't fit in, so I don't want to shoehorn it in. Where is the check around and find out merch? Let's make it happen. You need to stand me, Gary. It's gonna happen. When things settle down, which they will soon. They will soon. I only know of one more travel thing going on, and then I'm done. Then I'm not going anywhere. I'm actually turning down stuff now because I'm over it. If we're talking about the video, I think we're talking about tram stops need shade. Well, I want to experiment with the new tram stops, so I want it to feel more premium. And I feel like the new tram stops that were introduced as part of Peanut's update are going to fit really well. So we will definitely do that. We'll definitely do that. My country, Icy, we'll see. I'll ask when I can talk. I'll ask when I can talk about it. I got one more trip. A trip, and then I'm all tripped out for a while. And then the next trip after that is going to be to Sheboygan. Sheboygan or the Dells. I'm done. I'm done traveling. I've really enjoyed all the traveling, but I also need sanity. You're late. Hello, Phil. Hey, Adventures with Sean. Sean, you're right on schedule. We have done nothing but build this, which feels like something, even though it's nothing. Hi, Phil. You made a post in Discord lobbying for a park, playground, and a new elementary school in Saguna Beach. Wondering if I saw it. Not yet, but yes. We need to add a ton of elementary schools. So I'll outline the next 3 or 4 episodes. First one's gonna be the tram fix. Second one, it depends. Madura's working on some character art. Whenever the character art's done, we're gonna cross the water, but I can't cross the water till the art's done. If it's not, then we are going to continue redevelopment in the downtown area with Ralph and Ralph's story. And then the other thing would be I want to sprawl. I want to sprawl like a crazy person. Sprawl in all directions and just consume a whole bunch of land. Because people rightly pointed out that I'm going up without sprawling out. The city's way too small to be growing up. And you wish for sprawl. Sprawl is your command. I'm happy to facilitate. We'll go nuts. You're still petitioning for a dark horse. You're petitioning for a horse race track in Magnolia called Magnolia Downs. Thanks, Ravencore. I hear you. I have no idea when that would happen. I also have in Magnolia County, I still need to redo Charity Bay, which is like the next big build there. And then we have the council builds. I got to finish those ones first. The funny thing is, by waiting for the city council builds, they're going to be much better because one of them is actually building a tram, basically a tram greenway. And that build would have been really hard when it was suggested. And now it's going to be super cool because we have all these new assets. You've been begging for a year, but the council won. The council won, and I still haven't built their build. I haven't built their builds. So I've got to do that. This is not Saguna Beach. This is Coos Bay. It's a city that we've been building on stream, and just kind of freestyling. I kind of want this road. The last thing I think I want to do here is have this. Well, no, it's not really. I think I'm fine with it ending. No, I'm not. There's one of these parking lot roads that won't look terrible. I can't remember which one it is. Or one of these. Yeah, let's do something like that. I kind of want to have a couplet. Maybe this will be more of a commercial area right here. Kind of hate the way that looks. Give me 1 second. No, still. There. That's a little less weird looking. Then we'd have some larger, maybe we have a park right here, something like that. You're dying. Superhero heart. Why are you dying? No history outside of I am dying and just you. What's good about a couplet? Does it scale? So the nice thing about a couplet like this, it would be very debatable. So by having the couplet here, if there were a lot of pedestrians in this area, they'd only have to look in one direction. Ideally, when you cross the road, you'd look this way. If cars are coming, you know that you're fine over here, and vice versa. So if we were to add a whole bunch of signalization, you're only stopping one way. That would be the primary benefit there. It would help with pedestrians. Some people, though, would say, well, it'll funnel people through here. Depends on the context. I'd like to believe it wouldn't do that right here. Boo, one-way couplets? You must be a motorist that doesn't like them. I live in a city of one-ways. You've seen arguments that one-ways warrant higher vehicle speeds, but you think they look nicer? It all depends on the width. I feel like the width and the number of lanes. Yeah, it can feel like a bit of a raceway. And if you do it wrong, they absolutely can become them. I'm going to do this. This is probably the wrong approach, if I'm being completely honest with you, because now I'm removing parking. So it's it depends on how you look at it. So if I get rid of the parking, there won't be people looking to park there, and I'll narrow up the roads. People parking is friction. It'll slow people down. But when the parking is not there, it makes the road feel wider and people will go faster. I don't know. I'm gonna do wide sidewalks. We're gonna narrow it up, and on that side of the road, we'll say that we have pedestrian-oriented uses. Why I'm focusing on this little couplet, I don't know. Feels good though. Thank you for the super chat, Transit Corps. Good to see you. You got into an urban planning master's program. I wanted to say thank you for the amazing content that helped you grow your passion. Also made a cinematic camera mod for Subway Builder if I come back. First of all, Transit Corps, congratulations. Highly recommend checking out Transit Corps' Subway Builder videos if you haven't already. Now I'm very curious about the cinematic camera mod, so I might have to check it out. Might have to check that out. But congratulations, that's awesome. That is awesome. 4-lane couplet, that's a highway. What do I call an average golfer? Parking. Oh my God. You will see yourself out, Scorpio. Astro Antonio, you got a bunch of family in Chicago, so there, or Madison, you try to go? Oh, for school? Madison's a great school. Chicago's a great city though too. I love Chicago. A regret of mine is that I never got to live there. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. I'm gonna save temporarily. Gonna save temporarily. Because I want to use those Chicago assets. So let's exit out and then go right back in. I have some pedestrian bridges now, so I can just skip over them. I mean, yeah. Actually, now that you mention those, I actually do have a place where I need to use them. I do have one place where I need to use them. Also, I want to see these. We're not going to use these yet. Our city's not nearly big enough, but I want to see them. They look good. I just want to see them. I'm killing you. Loon, everyone's talking about death and me killing them and dying. What am I doing? I don't need to close the desktop. So I know, but I looked. Wait, so Loon, do I need to go back to the main menu? Just if I would have just exited the save? I know I've been told that, but I looked and they weren't in there. Because it's a new zoning type. It's not in there. You're curious to see how long it takes to load in the... Oh, it takes me a long time. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a long time. Main menu. Okay. Next time I will do it. What monitor refresh rate do I use for CS2? 60. I have a color accurate monitor. I have a ProArt display. So I have a 60 hertz panel. I don't play first person shooters or anything, so 60 hertz is fine for me. I would much rather have perfect colors than anything else. So this is a calibrated monitor. Love it. Didn't we cover this in the last stream? Gary, you're right. We did. And it was on my mind. I didn't say it, but I looked for it. I didn't realize I could go to the main menu. I thought it was just going to show up, and then it didn't, and then I quit out. Basically, I want you guys to be subjected to the loading screen. Enjoy yourselves. Blind City Builder. Thank you for 20 months of Tier 1. You applied for the Community Transportation Academy in Madison, put on by 1,000 Friends of Wisconsin. You're looking forward to learning something about transportation planning and history, etc. That's awesome. That is awesome. Listen, Blind City Builder. I didn't know you were here. That's cool. Here is what my hope is. I hope it's a gateway drug for you. 1,000 Friends. I hope it's the gateway for you. It's exceptionally easy. Of course, I'm going to say it's exceptionally easy and then not be able to find it. Oh, here it is. Do you want to be on a committee? You can. You can look up the current vacancies, find one that you like. You can see that, for instance, let's see, is there anything transportation related? None there. That's a big one. Urban Design Commission. God, I should go on that one just to approve everything. Urban design is terrible. But yeah, it's very easy to go on here, see where there are vacancies, and then submit your name. The mayor is going to choose many of these, so I guess know that. But it's really easy to get involved here. So I would recommend, if you get the bug, you get the itch, click on it, learn about it, look at the meeting schedule, see if it jives with your schedule, check out some agendas, watch some previous meetings, and see if you can get involved. You found a way to make a bike-only road with Road Builder. You've set up a discussion in Discord, CS2 discussions. I will love it. I'll check it out. Well, see, I'll try to check it out. I'm so swamped right now. Lucas. Hi from Brazil. Hi. This is why you love CPB, educational, informative, entertaining. I appreciate that. What assets will I use in the new district I'm making? I want to check out the Chicago assets. It's going to be mostly residential. So I feel like that would be a good pack. Shout out to the strongest warriors going to city planning and city council meetings, especially in a city like Madison. So what is this? No picture, but I want to see it. All these new signature buildings: Graham's house, Aunt's house, Old Widow's house. Hold on. I don't love that. Yeah, I don't love that. So these are basically cheese buildings. I hope that the rest of the pack doesn't have stuff like this, because it would make me not want to use them. So the Old Widow's house, plus 1,000 fire hazard within 100 meters. Yeah, it's a thing. Plus 20,000% health within 100 meters. The men who once inhabited this home shared the bloodline of both saints and geniuses alike. Yeah, these make me uneasy because I feel like these could break your save. So even if they're super cool looking, and they are, like, they're really, I mean, these are very familiar if you've ever been to Chicago. But my hope is that I can just ignore those. Maybe that's for someone's very specific story. My hope, super cool, got the Chicago flag. Let's see. Let's plat some of these in. It's very sus. It's super sus. Super sus. We're not doing that. We're not going that ham. Okay, no. What size are these? They are 5 deep. I want to see them. Let's see. We've got the Chicago low row. No button. That's unfortunate. Medium row. Facing in the wrong direction. Hold on. Get rid of the zoning. I'm still a novice with this new zoning tool. And then let's see. Can I control it? I don't know what size buildings these are. Like, I don't know why these ones worked and these ones did not. Looks like they're all 5 deep, though. There. That did it. That did it. If it's too deep, it gets very unhappy with you, apparently. There's 2 wide versions of the low row homes. In the regular. Wait, so are you saying that if I don't see them. I've got these ones. That's all I got. I don't know if I'm missing. We'll see. The other thing I could do is, shoot. Because there's no button, I need to know what they're called. Let's see. I just want to see the depth. So I'm going to filter to just these. There are widths. There they are. Oh, bummer. These are just mixing in the regular American residential zone. Oh, that sucks. We need a theme mixer. Because there's no theme for this. So this is great. These are awesome. They look amazing. But also I don't have a zoning category. It's just the default vanilla zoning category. So the only way that I could do this would be maybe to do this or place them all by hand. And let's just a thought experiment. Waterfront. Oh, I'm using Seraphins. Hold on. Oh, no, that was waterfront. That's my bad. Okay. Now let's see what we get. There's Chicago. 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 Okay. Maybe my fears were overblown. Unfortunately, knowing that these assets are all 5 units deep, let's well, hold on. Let's I want to play with the depth a bit. Yeah. If I want to use these, I've got to make all my blocks 10 units deep. You hope there's a better way to sort the region pack content at some point? Yeah, the whole thing is like not it's not good right now. There's a Brazilian icon that someone added, as well as an Australian icon that you can add. But it's not super great the way it's currently handled. Need a poll? Okay. Should I get Vainglorious? Can we get a poll? I want to know if I should make these all 10 units deep. I'd leave the couplet, but then make the rest of these 10 units deep, and then just go Chicago all the way through here. So on the arterial, we would do something with a bit more density like this. Oh, actually, it's not even 10. It needs to be 11, because these are all garages and they're facing each other. So it would be 11. So we would need to reorient this. Actually, how deep is this right now? $19. Oh, that stinks. So that would basically be doing this. Wait. I got my math wrong. It'd be doing this. 3, 4, 5. That is what the new block pattern would look like. And then I could just go through and that. And then over here. That. So that, yeah, that's what the poll. That's what the poll. Yes, do it. Very Chicago, super deep with an alley. Yeah. I think it could look really cool. But this won't work here. We have to tailor our street grid to it. I'll leave it up to you guys. Poll is up. Rigging's allowed. If you want me to do it, we'll do it. No, just build this. I like that. It's got 4 votes. Platter's so smooth, isn't it? Decap, it's so good. It just gives you that, like, I straight up feel like playing vanilla is like, it's like taking a sock and like I'm playing with socks. I don't want to play with a sock. I feel like Mick Foley. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to have control. Emote only. I love it. Quickest 90% do a pull ever? Well, no. Now it's almost 50-50. Someone is very motivated to stick with it. It's currently 395 to 318. And someone is spending all of their channel points saying they like the current grid. It won't be hard to fix it. Just for the person that's spamming those, it won't be that hard to fix it. And either way, I'm going to fix some of it. The question is, how much of it do I fix? That's the real question. No more Sacco. What do I mean rigging? So if you watch the channel a lot, you get planner points. And you can take your planner points and push them to these polls and have a direct influence in the most democratic way. So we are going to be modifying the grid. And it looks like Daw contributed 2,436 channel points. I don't know which way, but if you lost all your channel points, I appreciate your contribution to the Planner Point Fund. I love it. Citizen Planners United. This is the most tropical thing ever. I love it. I love it. And I hope you enjoy that, because I tell you what, when Tropico 7 comes out, we are gonna play the living crap out of it, and it's gonna be glorious. I cannot wait. Personally, you like playing with, or rather against, the limitations in vanilla, both in terms of assets and mechanics? So, okay, I agree. I feel like this game has far too many frustrating vanilla mechanics. I feel like it's way worse than Cities 1. Cities 1, the vanilla mechanics, there were issues, but it wasn't like this. So for me, like, I empathize. I just can't do it. This would be the only thing. Like, okay, now I can change the zoning. But even that, like, I couldn't do that up until just the other day. And it's such a big quality of life thing. Like, my problem with this game is that the vanilla mechanics, it's not like a purist thing as much as it's just a fighting the game, because the mechanic wasn't conceived or it wasn't fully implemented. So in that instance, having a tool like Platter, or a whole new way of looking at it, a whole new way of looking at the way the game could be played, is just so big. But in some cases, I mean, yeah, it is neat seeing this, and now seeing that I can, like, remove the zoning, add it back right here, add it in there, and now clean that up by hand. Super cool. It's also still not as good as Platter. I can still control this much better with Platter. 2.5 years later, I know. Hey, better late than never. And the pace at which Iceflake is making some of these changes is kind of breathtaking. So I'm just gonna sit and be happy. That's my take on it. I think right here, we'll morph into the Chicago zoning right here. I'm gonna move this road back 1 unit, which super sucks, but we're gonna do it anyway, because we spent all that time getting it just so. But gotta get the alley right. Can I fix the zoning grid? Looks ugly in some places. No. That's a fair question, but no. I kind of want the imperfection. I read a comment a while ago where someone said that the problem with my cities is that I go nuts fixing everything. And not every comment goes to heart, especially if it's mean-spirited. But I read that comment, and it really made me think. I don't just accept things. I get lost going crazy. And sometimes you just have to like practice what you preach, which for me is always don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Maybe I need to do that more and just be okay with some of the craziness. It's okay. Real cities aren't perfect. Real cities have imperfections. We've got to embrace them and maybe use those as opportunities for landscaping. But you're here for the crazy? Well, listen, I'm still me. There will be lots of crazy. I can't stop being crazy. But I can try to control it. I can try to be a manageable level of crazy. So that's my goal. I think we're gonna stop the grid madness right there. I don't like what I've done. I'm not even sure what I've done. I've done bad things. I should have just left this alone right here. So like, I know that what I just did is going to really bother someone. It's okay. You can just, there. Now it's perfect. Exactly as it should be. All's right in the world. Oh, you want me to remove that? I can remove that. I apologize. Teddy, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Just one more lane. You think we're just one lane away? We haven't unlocked the big dogs yet. I think you're right. Maybe if we just do something like this, that's what the city needs. If we just have this, we could like go straight through the heart of here and then exit the city over there. It's the correct approach from a planning standpoint. That's what you're talking about? There we go. So this will be the general pattern. I'm gonna go back maybe one more block with it, and then we'll break down into some of Seraphin's zoning. And then down here, I'm not 100% sure just yet. Maybe we'll do some waterfront zoning. Maybe we'll do some waterfront parks. And then we have commercial right here. It'll be good. Open road builder, search for hyper. I don't have road builder in here. I love road builder. And also when I have road builder, I go a little nuts. So I've been trying not to use it, which I know is probably disappointing. Hyper roads. So these hyper roads you speak of, I assume they have no speed limit and they're super wide. I'm very curious. You wish road builder was the default? Me too. So I said that I think everything's on the table. The one thing I wouldn't hold my breath for is road builder. Mostly because it's such an intense mod. I would love it though. Road builder is like one of the perfect mods. It's one of the best ones. What it does is so cool. But also very, very intense. Making that, like, I don't want to say dumbing it down, but like keeping it simple would be the hard part with that one. Yes, dumbing it down. I might do another layer up here. Ooh, that's gonna bug some people. Thankfully, I'm not one of those people. That won't bother me at all. We've got platter. We're gonna be just fine. Hey, still need to watch my latest video? Did I see any Colossal Order OGs? No. The only OG I saw was Timo. And you guys already knew about him. So didn't see anyone that I knew before from Colossal Order. Just noticed CS2 is on sale. Might finally jump in. Hold on. Good question. You're trying to figure out too. Welcome to chat. Hold on. Missed it. You might finally jump in with how good Ice Flake's been doing. What are the must-have DLCs? Depends on what kind of build you want. And how much you value transit. If you really value transit, I feel like Bad Peanuts new DLC is like right up there. I really, 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 really love Bad Ideas. Supply chains as well, particularly if you're building a North American build. Depends on your build. If you're building a Mediterranean build, Mediterranean Heritage is awesome. Really, really a fantastic DLC. Just depends on what you're trying to build. But I would say, I guess the major piece of advice I'd give is I would go content creator packs before DLC. I think that the content creator packs are more important than bridges and ports. Bridges and ports is great if you're into that sort of thing, but it's not as important as the content creator packs. And you're also supporting content creators when you get the content creator packs. So win-win in my opinion. Wait. Sounds like an amazing video. What did I miss? You guys are tossing down gem of video ideas and I'm missing them? Oh, you want me to turn that into a video? I could. That is a good video. You know why I've been reluctant to do that as a video? It is the creators. I think it's such a cool opportunity for them that I always feel reluctant to pit them against one another. I feel like you should get the one that's right for your build. I'm going to do that. We'll use this as a park space. I think that looks great. I'm going to sever a couple more of these. Clean up the grid. This is the best way of placing roundabouts, by the way. How does it look? Oh, it looks good? That's why we put it there. Looks bad? That's why we went with a smaller one, because that one looks good. Let's add a gritty urban Chinatown. Not here right now, but we will do that soon in a different build. Oh, these are really nice. These are really nice assets. Oh, we get the garages in the back, uniform. Beautiful. Little slice of Chicago here in Oregon, British Columbia. It looks like death. You don't like this? You're not a fan? I love it. I think it's great. What do I think about Transport Fever 3? from what we've seen. I got to play it. I think that if you are the kind of person that likes to plan and not create your own world, I mean, you can create your own world in Transport Fever, but what makes Transport Fever 3 special relative to CS2 or even CS1 is that the world is growing around you and you are responding to it. And the result of that is you have to plan in a way that this game, you can just kind of vibe with this game and like build things. I feel like Transport Fever 3 requires you to think ahead and plan. And I think that's super cool. I screwed this up. I want to go lower density back here. Have I heard of Junctions? Yeah. The developer reached out to me a long time ago. And I told them that when the game's a little further along, I'd love to check it out and put it on the channel potentially. But I need it to be further along. And I'm definitely going to. Very, very excited to check out Junctions. You assume they paid? Are they paid for mods or free? Mods are free. There are no mods that are paid for. I think it's actually against terms of service. Technically, I think it's even like having early access is even like questionable. If you look at the terms, it's just never been cracked down on. So yeah, no. I should play with a pandemic mod for CS2. I didn't know there was a pandemic mod for CS2. Sounds interesting. Also, don't think I need to relive a pandemic. I think I'm good. Did that once. I don't need that again in my life. If we could have no more pandemics for the rest of my life, that would be just fine. I would be just fine with that. Enough pandemics in this life. Yeah. I think you only get, well, I feel like we've lived through enough things that are historic and once in a lifetime and like will never happen again. I'm good. I'm sure the mod is great. That's like, I'm sure the game Pandemic is wonderful as well. I don't need to play it. I've played the game Pandemic. We're good. So because I don't have Plop the Growables, I need to make this perfect, which kind of kills me. Why you do this to me, Skylines? I still hate zoning in this game. It's better, but it's still, This is why Platter will always be in my mod set, because it's just, Ain't nobody have time for that. That is a bunch of stuff I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with that. Honestly, it makes me want to put Plop the Growables in here. And I desperately wanted to avoid that. PLCS2, man. I know. It feels bad. It feels real bad. I know. I just had to use Platter. Just had to. Pandemics are inevitable as long as there is life. You're right. You're right. So what I was saying about the pandemics is I don't want to experience another one while I'm alive. There will be another pandemic. I hope it's not a global pandemic, and I hope it is long after I die. Because I do plan on dying at some point. I'm probably halfway there. Let's keep it real. But did I play Pandemic during the pandemic? I thought about it, but it felt too real. It felt a little too on the nose. Oh. So I put Platter there, but it's still... You know what? Perfect. It's just some green space. I give up. I give up. I give up. You played Plague Inc. during the pandemic? Scorpio, that's dark. Everyone's pronouncing it wrong. It's Plandemic. What was that even? Some conspiracy theory thing? Pretty sure. What are my thoughts on City State Metropolis? Well, I'm really interested in seeing what it's going to be like. I'm very curious about the scale. It sounds to me very much like the scale is going to be orders of magnitude smaller than Skylines, but that some of the concepts are going to be very influential. That is what I'm thinking anyway. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that it's just super big, but it seems like that might be the case. But either way, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And the fact that one person's done it, next level. I wish I could do it. Is Platter released? Yeah. Luca's in here. Luca. Ideally, you create polygonal lots, defining the vertices and lines. Yeah, I think ideally, you would do what Manor Lords does. I mean, Manor Lords zoning system is like, it seems like that's what they've kind of adopted. And like, the buildings are Lego pieces that get put together rather than being this one asset. So it's a different way of looking at it. I'm going to be very curious to see how moddable it is and how difficult it is to make new assets for it. We'll see. Yeah, Platter's been out for a minute. It's been a while. Amazing mod. It's one of those that once you play with it, it's hard to go back to playing without it because you can just do so many cool things. Are you dumb? You thought it was called Plotter? No wonder you can't find it? No. It's it happens. That happens. Ideally, assets in the buildings and yards could be procedurally generated. Blue Eagle, I agree. There would just be like set areas for them, and they just spawn in. I've added 0 park space, 0 city services. I think I'm going to try to add most of those right here along Applegate and Hemlock. We're going to preserve this. Let's plan some things out. Let's be wise about the way that we're playing. The only thing that sucks about this is I can't get rid of the names then. Waterfront Park. Neighborhood green space. I think we'll do waterfront zoning right here. And then some sort of a marina in front of it. And I think residential basically everywhere else. Residential all over the place. I think right here, I got to reestablish this road. I'm going to do something that will be fairly disliked. I think I want to have some industrial. So some industrial right here. Maybe I'll even like frontage road it to separate it. Although, yeah, that's gonna be dicey. I don't know. Looks like we're actually getting some. We are getting something accomplished. Check my wind direction. Ooh, good call. Hold on. And of course, all of the icons are different. There we go. Guess what we're not placing right here? You know the worst place to put some industrial? Right here. In fact, if we wanted to work some industrial into the neighborhood, it's actually probably got to go right here. Oh, that changes things. Yeah, I do want to poll. Vainglorious. Actually, I'll poll YouTube after I go through some super chats. Kevin, would I play CS2 in its current state if it wasn't my career? Yes, I would. I think I'd play it. Would I play CS2 as much as I do? Probably not. I'd be playing. I like a lot of other games, so I play way more CS2 because I make videos. But I love making videos, so if that makes any sense. But I'd still be playing CS2. I wouldn't be playing CS1. It would have destroyed it for me. I probably would have taken a large break and then played it. And in its current state, I enjoy it quite a bit. So right now, I'd be in a good place. But I probably would have taken a bigger break when things were at their lowest point, if that makes any sense. Thank you for the super chat. Serial Lurker, thank you for the 14 months. You love the videos and stream. Currently live in Kalamazoo, and there's bike lane scheme here. Never seen anyone else use before. What are my thoughts on unused bike infrastructure? Most of the time, unused bike infrastructure is built because there's this grand scheme for it in the future. So I think it's great when a city has the foresight to build infrastructure, knowing that it might be a little while before it gets utilized. To me, that is just realistic. Just being reasonable about it. Mr. Potato, thank you for the super chat. Does my video years back about CS1 mods still worth to get? You bought the game because of early CS1 videos I have? The last CS1 video about modding was relevant until the last update. And now I don't know if any of those mods broke. I tried to make it super comprehensive so that it was like the last modding video that I'd ever need to make on the game. And then they released the DLC. So I would say it's still a worthwhile video because a lot of the updates have stopped. Yeah. Phil, open settings, go to interface and disable something. Interface scaling. What are you talking about, Loon? Why would I want to do that? That's terrible. You want it to be unusable? I have a 4K display. You don't want to see that. It makes everything super small. I guess now I can make the text big. That's a no for me. If I could manually scale the interface, that might be good. Otherwise, I mean, hold on. Yeah, no. That's a no from me. You have 1440p? So I could see on a different graphics setting. If I were rocking that's pretty good. But now the whole game looks blurry to me. So I can't do it. Gotta stick with this. That looks good. That looks good to me. Makes sense for lower. Yeah. You haven't played CS2 yet? You're super excited. Huge CS1 fan, but always played in the laptop. Your new PC is coming this weekend. FPL. Congratulations on the new PC. Hopefully it all plays well for you. 4K needs scaling? Yeah, for sure. You didn't consider the 4K monitor? Yeah. 4K monitor is both good and bad. Jesse the First, thank you for the 5 months. How has my afternoon been going? So happy to finally make it to a stream for once. It's been going well. I got a lot done. It might not look like it, but the stand that you can't see over here as I point, there's a stand back here. It's empty. I got the dishes packed. I saved when with Vainglorious's wonderful Christmas gift of the beer mugs and things like this coaster. I saved the box and the packing peanuts, knowing that I was going to be leaving, and I was able to repack everything. So all the dishes are packed. One thing that's super cool that you'll see in a video soon on my second channel is, ooh, small city. Hold on. Ooh, we got some cool buildings. Those are really big buildings we're not going to use. I should use like the brewery and stuff like that though. Anyway, I picked up a new server rack. Hold on, let me see. But what I'll open it up on the monitor. You can see in just a second. But the cool thing about it is I've never used my credit card points. So it was 100% free. which is exactly how I like it to be. So I picked up this lowly rated server rack, 22U, to move over to have it on the ground. Because my current rack is just like way too full. So I'm going to be building that, and that'll be one of the upcoming videos in that channel. So it should be pretty fun. Yeah, pretty excited about that. Treasure train. What is the treasure train? Thank you for the treasure train, guys. Appreciate you guys. Ooh, you want to do Milwaukee Clock Tower collection? That'd be super cool. This stream made a lot of progress compared to the last one where we placed his lights for 3 hours. I have. We've made. There's some things that have happened. There's been a lot of things that have happened. This is a crazy one. We gotta stop. Glorious, thank you for the gifted sub. Steve, thank you for the 8 months of tier 1. Is there a clock tower asset in CS2? We'll define that. Well, kind of. Gosh, where is it? Hold on, I'm gonna find it. It's new. No idea where it is. So it's one of Peanut's props, and it's. I have no idea where it is because I have this mod that reorganizes everything. But it's really cool, and I actually would like to place it. Oh, here it is. So you can actually place this thing in the middle of a roundabout. So let's just say you're at the end of our one way. We want to place it there. Super cool. Whoops. Hitting all the wrong buttons. But yeah, that clock tower and the time, if I'm not mistaken, will actually line up with the in-game time, which is super cool. Super cool. Love that detail. So yeah, there it is. Why does it tell you to resubscribe when you're too broke to subscribe in the first place? You don't have to subscribe. Don't subscribe. Phil, think of the biddies. Appreciate you. The cheer only exists to push the train. Thank you for pushing the treasure train to level 2. Appreciate you guys. Bikey, thank you for the super chat. How do I keep cities going for so long through many updates? Many of our cities become unplayable after only a few weeks from updates breaking mods and simulation becoming unplayable. Love the content. 2 things. The most important one, and I'm not going to throw any creators under the bus. Most important one is Skive. I found out that there were some people. The great thing about going to Stockholm, everyone thinks I went because I wanted to go and glaze Paradox. I could really. The thing I cared the least about was the Paradox meeting thing. That guy didn't really care about that, but I cared about sitting with creators. Because I got to talk to them and find that some creators, certain creators, and if you're in here, you know who you are, aren't using Skive. And I got to shame them in front of TDW. And it felt glorious. To be like, what are you doing? It's kind of like me not using Platter with Luca in here. And then watching these buildings face the wrong direction. What are you doing with your life? Get it together. Pull yourself together. God, I hate that. I hate that. I thought I got it right, and I got it wrong. This is why you just don't use the vanilla zoning tool. Like, this is just, there is a way to fix this. That will get rid of all the ones that are wrong. It speed it along, it'll fix them, and then I'll add the road back. But like, if you are a vanilla purist, is that really fun for you? Are you entertained? Did that make you go, I love this game. This is what does it for me. Like, this to me is just like being a masochist. and like enjoying torture. And if you're into that sort of thing, City Skylines 2's got something for you. You can have some. Tall Ariel, thank you for the gifted subs. Steve, thank you for the gifted subs. First Nacron, thank you for 28 months of tier 3. First Nacron. Good to see you, buddy. Just dezone the alleys. Well, so I'm still feeling out this new tool. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I don't think you can. Kind of like the mod, when there's already something there, can you? So here's one. Oh my goodness. Did you guys just see what happened? Oh. I take back everything I just said. That was wild. The building rotated. The building spun around. That was crazy. You can dezone. I know you can dezone the alleys, but with the mod, when there's something on the alley, you can't dezone it. But I just dezoned it to prove a point, to show how smart I was, only to be made a fool, because that was sick. Hold on, I need to see if that was just a prop disappearing. Hold on. Some of these are going to be messed up. I gotta know. That was ridiculous. These are the new Chicago assets. You saw them. They're awesome, except for the signatures. The signatures are a little too cheesed out for me. Just skip them, I guess. Oh, this is not supposed to be those assets. This is our commercial area. I don't see any broken. And over here, come on, really? They're all gonna face the right direction? I had this cool experiment, and you're gonna do this to me now? You're gonna work right? What is that? What is that? It always breaks, and now it's just cruising perfectly. That's ridiculous. I give up. I know what I saw, and I know it's recorded. I'm gonna go back and watch the tape. Those slopes are mental. You've never seen a garage curve down? I have. This is what they call the Chicago special. That's the way most garages are. They actually tilt down at least maybe 20 degrees, give or take. Let's see if we can fix it. We gotta calm it down now. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. 35% off 5 gifted subs. This is a big brain move. What if I do it? What if I do it? There we go. Enjoy your gifted subs. I paid myself and Bezos. There we go. You're glad the live stream's still going? Me too. Although I will tell you, I really should be packing. You guys are distracting me from doing the right thing. And I appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself. It just doesn't mean I'm doing the right thing. Okay, these ones look good because I fixed the front. This one, I didn't fix the front. The fronts look good, but the backs look... Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It's fine. Thanks for the gift sub. Well, hopefully you get more use out of it. Hop into City Hall. Hopefully I will have videos out soon. I got the Whiskerwood one, and then I took way too long in that video talking about my Sweden trip. I did not mean to spend as much time as I did. I inadvertently, I didn't script it. I just like riffed for a while, and the video was 30 minutes long, and I was like, that's super boring. And then I fixed it during the edit. I edited that one myself, and that can take a while. Poplar Ponderosa. I'm doing well. I got to hang out with Poplar. Poplar, such a good guy. Such a good guy. I got to hang out with Poplar quite a bit. And now we're back to our corners of the world, daydreaming about what a good time it was to hang out. Is the Midwest pack? This is the Midwest pack that someone made. Super pumped about it. Oh, I did not tell the scary landing story. Oh my God. So woke up on Monday, supposed to leave Stockholm at 7:10 a.m. Flight was canceled. The London to Chicago flight because we had terrible weather. But American Airlines, I got to tell you, so I ragged hard on American Airlines at how terrible they are. They've redeemed themselves in my mind. American Airlines was spectacular. The way that they handled everything with the storms was just next level. Got us in a good place. But anyway, flight was canceled. They got me on another one going to Charlotte. Cool. Charlotte, if we get there in time and nothing goes wrong, we can get on a flight to Madison. We'll be home at basically the same time that we were supposed to be home with our Chicago flight. And the Charlotte to Madison leg is direct. Super cool. As we get on the flight, the pilot says, well, just know that it's going to be a little rockier once we get closer to Charlotte. No worries, though. It should be smooth sailing until we get to North America. The only bummer is that because on the way to Europe, we got a tailwind. We got from Chicago to London in 5 hours. It was wild. Going from London to Charlotte took 9. But as we get to Canada, just before we cross into the U.S., things start getting rocky. And it was the kind of turbulence where the plane just like drops straight down, and everyone goes, it's one of those. And we experienced that a couple of times. And it's fine. You know, like you're not, you get used to it. You kind of chuckle about it. But then as we get to Charlotte, things are just fine. It feels like everything's going very smoothly. And you forget about all the turbulence that we've been experiencing. Then we start to descend. And it feels a little windy. And you're like, oh, this is weird. Whatever. It's fine. We're getting closer. We get to the airport. And we land. And it feels like he's coming in hot. Like, and I don't really know any other way to describe it besides just like say that it just feels like it's fast. And it feels like we're not straight. And we go down and we bounce off the runway. I've never experienced that where like it touches, it bounces, and then it wobbles back and forth. And everyone on board goes, ah! Like everyone starts screaming because it is terrifying. It feels like we are going to crash. It just straight up tips to the side and rocks back and forth and jumps. And then it touches down again and it again wobbles. And there are people that are just screaming. I am just like also screaming. trying not to freak out my daughter who doesn't seem to be phased. My wife and I didn't get to sit next to each other, but apparently she was swearing, as were the other people around her, and then apologizing to my other daughter. But then we land, and you'd expect that the pilot would like address it, like, I'm sorry, that sucked. I didn't like that either. Didn't say a damn word. Didn't say a word. Just like, and we have arrived in Charlotte where the local weather is blah, 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 blah. And it's like, wait, the whole flight, this big plane full of people is screaming in terror. And you're not going to just like say, I'm sorry, or just like address. You don't even have to say you're sorry. You could even just be like, I didn't like that either. Clearly you didn't have a good time either. We all had a bad time. Yeah, took it in stride for sure. I was just surprised. I just thought that they would. I had the pilot from the movie Flight more than the plane was high up. They got us there safely. It was American. But in light of what a rough, I think that the weather was really hard. And I think that they did a good job of not allowing us to feel that. 9 hours versus 5, that's a much longer flight. And then once we touched down, there was a plane on the taxiway that broke down. So I'm sitting here looking at my phone because there's a flight that we could hop onto. And then it's just like, we're on here for an hour waiting, which I'm sure is also not fun after dealing with that as the pilot. Sucks. Chuck Norris died. Okay. That's interesting info. You only fly Delta? I mean, so I flew Delta over the holidays when I had my crazy round the country experience. Where like, Delta was so frustrating because I wanted to be mad at them, but they were so nice. Like I wanted them to like they were like, oh, I really feel for you. They like gave us like amazing customer support. And I just wanted to be mad at them because it was so frustrating. Every time that I got on a plane, I just didn't trust that I was going to be flying anywhere. we got to board and then deplane. Like it was one of those types of flying experiences. We were supposed to go from Madison, Detroit, San Diego, and we went Madison, Detroit, Seattle, Orange County. And then on the way home, it was supposed to be San Diego, Detroit, Madison. And we went San Diego, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Madison. Something absolutely stupid. It was crazy. But the entire time, they were super nice. Yeah. You live in a Delta hub, so you're biased with Delta? Yeah. Wait, what? There's a shower? Half of the flight was British Airways, and they were pretty good. I like them. They were good. Big fan. Good food. British Airways, we had a jambalaya that was just like next level. No showers though. Love those. I've never flown on either of them. Shower on both of them on A380s. Wow. That's wild. That is wild. Oh, add the trees back onto the couplet. Good call. Thank you for the reminder. Wow. Well, someday I'm gonna have to give that a shot. That sounds like a high class flying experience. That sounds almost like my almost as high quality as my first class Delta experience. Finding out that I had enough points to fly back on a small plane from New York City. That was a lot of fun. It'll never happen again, but I really enjoyed it. A whole bathroom if you got the cash. You've got to really not know what to do with your money to be like, you know what? I need my own bathroom on this flight. You're going to be like next level wealthy. That is a level that many people don't experience. Wouldn't you just feel guilty to have that? Ooh, I got a message from someone special. Oh, Luca, why are you doing this to me? Luca, you know exactly what you're doing. An hour ago, Luca pushed an update to network tools. I'm gonna refrain. I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna take the bait. Not gonna take the bait. Luca, are you still in here? Added functionality to the mod during the stream. I shouldn't do it, should I? Should I do it, guys? We poll. Vainglorious. You wanna get the poll up? Just know what you're voting for if you vote for that. It means that we get less done. Although we've already accomplished things. Let's see how much we've accomplished so far. We've added 900 people to the city. 800. I can count. That's something. Way ahead of me. Appreciate you, man. Marsupial Joey. Welcome on and thank you for the 4 months of tier 1. Hello, Phil and fellow planners. Thank you for being in here. Thank you for being in here. By the way, guys, thank you for the treasure train. Appreciate you guys. I feel like I missed some activity a ways back. Lawrence, thank you for the super chat. Add a new couplet. Oh, I did, I think. I actually think if I missed you, I apologize. Here's a fish fry for helping me level up. Wait a minute. Urban Panic. Thank you for the super chat over on YouTube. Here's a fish fry for helping me love cities. Thank you. I will... Listen, I do not want to cook tonight. I got one kid going to a birthday party, and me and the other kid and the wife need to do something. Maybe we will do a fish fry. That sounds lovely. Thank you. Appreciate you. Proxalimit. Thank you for the super chat. Have I seen the Chicago PAX? Yes, I did. I did see that super chat, so I'm caught up. Thank you. Steve, thank you for being an associate or a planning director over on YouTube for 11 months. You guess you'll have an anniversary on YouTube too. I appreciate you, Phil. I appreciate you. Hey, Steve. Do you have any use for a server rack, a 6U? You're close enough. If you ever want a server rack, I'm going to have an extra 6U server rack because I got this one for free. So if you want it, Steve, and you ever make your way to the Madison area, I'll hold it for you. It's a little 6U wall mount. Think about it. You don't have to make it. You don't have to make a commitment to it today. But just know, if you want it, you're close enough. You can come and check out the new studio space if you'd like, and pick up a server rack. Up to you. You're gonna do that. You're gonna do the fish fry at the Immaculate Heart of Mary's School in Monona today. So I won't say which one I would go to. It is on the east side. I'm an east sider. So it would be on the east side. I didn't know about that one. But interesting. Interesting. You will take it under consideration. Take it under consideration. And if you want it, you know how to get in touch with me. I'm easy. I'm easy until I'm not. If that's a good way of putting it. What are the results of the poll? I feel like I was supposed to poll YouTube about one thing, and I need to see the results of this last poll, and I don't know where they are. Results. Do it now, 1. Do it now, 1. Okay, I'm going to do it in a second. What I'm going to do first is fix the zoning right here. I want to make the space for the Chicago assets, and then we'll do it. Like, so remember when I talked about the wobble? Like, what is this? Like, why is it wobbly? It's not, one of the two of these is 90, but they both can't be. That breaks the basic rules of geometry. That doesn't make any sense. Or it means that the alley is off. Okay. Now I think it's right. Once I get this road in place. Boom. Now we can do it. I feel good about that. That's progress today, guys. I at least filled this area in. So even if we don't get a ton more done, close to end. Even if I don't get a ton more done, I'm happy. You hope it was worth it to them? If the alley's messing up? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay. Loon. This is a mod, so I have to quit all the way back, right? I can't just... Assets are back to here, but mods I have to go all the way back. Just downloaded it. Okay. I should be able to reload. Never done updates though. Luna's here. Wait, for real? No. So with mods, It looks like the mod just disappeared. It's like, we're not doing that. Restart required. That's okay. Everything corrupts. Oh, I forgot to put those in too. Thoughts on large animal land bridge near Los Angeles, which is taking 4+ years? I don't know the one you're talking about specific, but I think that generally project overruns suck, but sometimes projects are worth the time. The problem in California is oftentimes with projects like that, it's probably something environmental. Might not even be, it's probably something related to something in the environment. So if they found a butterfly, they might need to go back to the drawing board. I'd have to look it up. Smiles is close to releasing Vancouver condo assets. So excited. He had a bunch of them with CS1 and they were really good. I remember using those in Clearwater. That sounds awesome. Network tool is still in a closed beta with just a couple people. There are not many people who have it. So yeah. Can I send you a photo of the server rack? Yeah. I'll take after the stream, I'll take a picture before I take it apart. It's, I think, yeah, Steve wants to see pictures of my rack. I think there is a video on my second channel that has it on there. Where I go through this office space. Actually. Back in November. There it is. So this is it. If you would like to see this, if you would like that, Steve, that's what it is. Already assembled. My arm is up and everything. Yeah, it's a Tech Mojo. It's a perfectly serviceable rack. It's done the trick for me. Watch Mojo? Yeah. Do I think that CS2 will ever be released for Mac OS? I think it's a missed opportunity if they don't. I love to hear that. Did you guys hear that Transport Fever 3 is being released for Mac OS and Linux? I feel like Windows as a platform sucks, and if you're not at least considering it, you're kind of making a mistake. But we'll see. They've got to get a lot of other things right. I just think that in terms of being able to buy a powerful computer at a reasonable price, if you're not considering supporting Mac OS, it's a huge mistake. You want it on the MacBook Neo? You want to play it on an iPhone? I think that might be a bit of a pipe dream, but I think that if you could play it on a MacBook Air, that should be reasonable. Macs aren't good for gaming? Okay. I think that you are grossly overestimating what people suffer, or underestimating what people suffer through to play Skylines. I mean, I've been pretty upfront about what my first started making videos on this laptop. This is an older version of this. A Dell XPS 2-in-1 touchscreen laptop with 8 gigs of RAM and and I had one of these. It was a Lenovo graphics dock. Let's see, what does this have? GTX 1050, but I had a dedicated GPU with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Hell yeah. You feel that power? Bluffside Crossing was made on this plus this. The two of these together is how I played Skylines. And I suffered through it, and I built big cities, and I just didn't care. So I think that I'm not alone in, as a casual gamer back in the day, just like suffering through low FPS and poor graphics settings to be able to play the game. And I think if I would have had a MacBook Pro, like, or a MacBook Air, I mean, the M5 processor is ridiculous. I don't know if I have a spec sheet here. I hate this website. Oh, there it is. I mean, it comes with 16 gigs of memory now, finally. I mean, the specs are pretty good. Like, is a Mac geared towards gaming? No. But is it powerful? Absolutely. So if they could figure it out, I feel like if I can suffer through an XPS with Cities 1, there would be people willing to suffer through Cities on a MacBook Air, Cities 2 on a MacBook Air. So yeah, Linux needs more support. Yeah, agreed. You still play CS2 on a laptop with a 970 GTX, 4 gigs of VRAM? It's rough but doable. People suffer through. People are, if you want to play the game, people are willing to do it. And I think that as MacBooks are more attainable, a powerful MacBook is more attainable than a powerful PC. I mean, it's like reasonably a decent PC laptop, or just a PC generally, is really expensive. Console maybe will be the way someday if it ever gets released for it. I don't know. I think that if you're making games for a computer, you've got to consider all platforms at this point. Will they port CS2 to Mac? I have no idea. Colossal Order said all they have to do is click a button, but then they have to support another version, and that would suck. So maybe, but not. But now they're not developing it, so I don't really know what Iceflake is thinking. I think that we should ask them. My primary laptop is a MacBook. I don't have it here with me, but it's my primary laptop. I love my MacBook. I have a gaming PC, or I have a PC laptop, but I would love to get rid of it and only use my MacBook. When is CS2 coming to PS2? From what I heard at the NDA event, CS2 for PS2 is confirmed for next week. So I think you're in luck. It's going to come on one DVD drive. And your cities will be limited to 400. But you'll have a lot of fun making your village. Enjoy. It's going to be spectacular. How many people would buy the console version? More than the PC? I think, from my understanding, the console version is much more popular than the PC version. Luca, what did you do? Road, path, rail, waterway, invisible path, underground. This wizard. We can now see what all these are about. That's sick. So the nice thing is there's all these different node points, and I didn't know what some of these meant. But now if we toggle them, like, we can see that these these are invisible path nodes. And we can add more. I don't know what you do with that yet, but I'm sure there's going to be a thing. But even being able to filter down to just the road and see only those, very nice. Same thing, removing is probably where it's going to be more useful to do that. And then being able to go underground is going to be insanely useful. So keeps adding to it. Let him cook. Let him continue his work. Oh, here's where it's useful. So now when I'm curving, I won't inadvertently hit a road. I know that these nodes I have right here are just the path nodes. Okay, that's good. That's really good. That's really, really good. Really, 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 really good. Big improvement. We passed 7,000 population. If we get to 7,100, that's 1,000 population added. We can end the stream feeling good. I got to poll YouTube though. Poll. What comes first, CS2 for macOS, CS2 console, or GTA 6? I think it's reverse order. That would be my guess. Zreezy, thank you for Prime. 4 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Vainglorious, thank you for 42 months on YouTube. Ridiculous, dude. Oh, yes. The pedestrian bridges. I don't remember what I needed it for. Do I need it for anything? I don't. Because I made this gigantic contraption, which we actually still need. The only thing I could do. Let's be super extra. Will you guys take it? So these are interesting assets. So Peanut told me that what these actually are is park paths, which is interesting. That's why you get the +1 outdoor recreation. They're parks. Super, super cool assets. And you can add in the middle piece if you have large roads, which we don't have. Super cool. That placement makes no sense. Basically, this is a major arterial. I'm just trying to experiment with it. I have no place where these are appropriate right now, reasonably. So I just wanted to see if it's going to do anything. And it's not. I guess the only way that I can make people do it. You can't cross there. Or there. Now will people use it? There, we got someone using it. Lovely. Lovely. They are using it. They are indeed. Bro who thinks placement makes no sense, obviously, but never been to Chicago. There's a lot of places that do this. And reasonably, there's an insane amount of pedestrian activity. So this should actually help us quite a bit from a traffic flow perspective. Look at all those people streaming across now. I could see doing it all over the place. That's crazy. Sonny Scunny, good to see you, buddy. You have a couple of Predges in your town in real life? Few people use them. They're tough. So when I see one of these, what I think is you have prioritized vehicles over people, because you've actually decided we are going to take the people and make them walk twice as far, so that they don't muck up our traffic flow for our vehicles, which have priority. So I understand how these things are bad, but also from a gamified mechanic perspective, sometimes you deal with pedestrians that are just like destroying your traffic flow. And if you just want to improve traffic, this should go a long ways. And it's pretty cool that we finally have them. And they look good. It seems like people are actually walking up them. It's neat. I like it. I think it's fun. Sometimes it doesn't have to be that deep. It's like this bridge. Even though this is ridiculous, I still like looking at it. No wheelchair access? Yeah, you're right. In the real world, you would hope that there is wheelchair access to this. Is it elevator or whatnot? But also, I wouldn't say that Cities Skylines is a phenomenal model for accessibility. Nor do I know that it needs to be. I think it should get you thinking about it. But if you had to go through that, the game would be so tedious that I think you might lose some of the fun. So it's tough. It's one of those tough ones. Too many pedestrians for American realism? Wouldn't it be interesting? So I was thinking about this when I was in Stockholm and just seeing the number of pedestrians everywhere. I kind of wish that when you selected a theme, the prevalence for pedestrian and pedestrianism and biking would go along with that theme. Like, if I pick the North American theme when I begin a new game, so I start a brand new game, I feel like this theme should be more impactful. And it should say, prevalence to take public transit, negative 10%. Prevalence to ride a bike, minus 5%. Prevalence of pedestrianism, negative 20%. Desire to use a private car, plus 20%. Desire to use commuter rail, plus 3%. You know, whatever the case may be. And maybe you could tweak that depending on the theme. And maybe that there are multiple themes, like North American urban, North American small town, European Nordic theme. You know, like I just think that it could be. I'm just spitballing. I know 10 is maybe not high enough. I feel like it'd be a really interesting way of adjusting the city and making it feel more local. It's kind of like how just having the yellow line made this, to me at least, feel a lot more North American. Little things. It's the little things. You think it's realistic strips lets you drill down like to uses like that? So I feel like that is like a valuable base game mechanic, though. Personally. Go to Reddit and talk about it? I mean, I could go to Reddit and talk about it. The thing is, the reason why I will never make a post on Reddit is too many people will be like, "Oh, CPP made a post. I'm gonna thumbs up it." So if I make a suggestion like that, it would likely be probably directly to them or in a video or stream. And that'd be as far as I go with it. I don't want it to be a pylon situation. You know what I mean? I don't want it to seem like more people care about it than actually do too. Because I think that I'm probably looking for something very niche. I know who I am. Well, you know, there are. Go incognito. I could. That's actually not a bad idea. I do have a personal Reddit account. I just never use it. That is an idea. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start being Mr. Incognito Redditor. My alt isn't Biffa? Wait. You guys didn't realize that I'm also Biffa? I have a voice changer and I have an excellent British accent. It's actually one of my specialties. We got one issue. No commercial demand. Tax rate's 11%. That's probably the issue. Also, way overbuilt commercial. It's still, even though I dropped this down, it's still most of my tax revenue. That's crazy. Interesting. I think we might need to untangle that. That's not a today thing. There's a couple more things I'm gonna do. First, on YouTube, I need you guys to be ready for a poll because I'm gonna poll you guys real quick. Okay. Do we want to add industrial where it says waterfront zoning? So the question, YouTube, is if we take this area, because we looked at the wind directionality, this is the only place where we could sneak in some industrial into this area and not have a conflict. So basically, should we make this an industrial area right here and then maybe have a port going along here? Or should we stick with the initial plan, which is some waterfront zoning? If we do that, we'll put the waterfront over here instead, and then have some of those new waterfront parks up here and create like kind of a pier area, maybe a marina right here. Or do we have that kind of wrap around? Basically, we would be counting on the bridge acting as a major barrier and just having this, probably everything in between Maple and the shore being industrial warehouse port type stuff. And then maybe we even create an interchange right here off the bridge to get down to the port. River feels too small for a port. Doesn't have to be a huge port. Real small port. But it would probably just be something real. Maybe not. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is too small. Either way, there'd be some industrial. But I think you might be right there. Although, hold on. Let's let Poplar guide the conversation. Poplar says it's too small. Riverwood and super polluted at one point. Yeah. You hit the pounds. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here, Golden Star. Have a good one. Light industrial fishing area. Maybe we could do fishing. That could work as well. Yeah, I like that. We could do fishing. I was seeing, Poplar, if you had the waterways, if the seaways extended out here. But you did something that I respect. Rather than telling me how to use the map, you opened up some possibilities and then just kind of let me do my thing. You left me with some options. And it's deep enough here that I could do it, but I'm not doing it. Look at Brooklyn, New York for inspiration. Pagan Scorpio, I want you to hold that thought. Yeah, Poplar, they end there. That's respectful of the player's free will. I dig that. I dig that. You give me options, but you don't tell me what to do. There are some maps that are very prescriptive, and this is not. There's a couple of things where you give some strong hints, but you're not overly prescriptive. That's why this map is so fun to play on. It's why we keep building on it. Stream after stream after stream after stream. And we're going to continue. This one's going to keep going for a while. Icy, yes. I'm going to end the poll. Yes. With 183 votes over on YouTube. I'm going to end it. Overwhelming yes. So I'll try to have a graceful transition into this. But for the most part, and maybe it won't be quite this big. I think maybe the way that we make it a bit more graceful. Is something like that. And maybe we have commercial right here, an office, the transition into it. Maybe a little bit of residential right here around the park, commercial along here, commercial right here as well. We got plans. Those will have to come next week though. I think we're going to play a little bit of GeoGuessr and then I'm going to get back to packing because I need to be a good person, or at least the person who gets out of this office space. I need to be able to break down these monitors and put them in a box. Office, not commercial. I agree that's probably a better fit. I think okay. I need to open up an area in the Discord for stream asset suggestions. Cause I think we need more office assets. So I guess let's put a pin in that. We're going to find some. We're going to have to find some. And I did get some of Smiley's. We can work some of those in. Kind of nice. They should blend well nicely with this. Is it a vanilla city? Oh, no. We've got a list of, I think, about 70 mods in here. Or 70 mods and assets combined. There's not a lot of mods in this. But we've used Platter extensively. We also have traffic lights enhancement, map texture replacer, which I don't even think I had that enabled today. Whoops. And then a lot of assets. We've gone ham on assets. The office pack. I meant to. I guess maybe that's another question. I'm always reluctant to do that, to do the thing. The thing being just manifesting a city. But then sometimes I never get to build a big city. So should I just manifest the city and place some very large assets? It's fine if your demand levels are high. There's no downside to just leaving them like that. You're right. Okay. I just want to see these assets real quick. I'm going to use these in Segunda, I think. Give me 1 second. Obviously, you wouldn't place all 5 of these, but those are really nice. And so, Phil, back to your question earlier. It doesn't seem like this building has parking. So at that point, it doesn't matter where you place it if it doesn't have parking. I wouldn't want the parking dumping onto a main road. I want the parking dumping onto a side road. But your front can be anywhere. And then the access for like garbage would be in the parking area. So you just put that on the side road. So yeah. Hey, Vainglorious, can we get one more poll? Oh, Office Evolution DLC. Yeah. Should we manifest a big city or build naturally towards it? Hey, Egg, quick question. I'm a Patreon member. Do I still put save files there? No. I do not put, I do not, or unless Overcharge Egg is here and you're talking to Egg. But yeah, I don't put a, no, I stopped. I just started uploading them for everybody. The main reason is it is good for me as well to have them out there. I was not doing it on the regular. But with the uploading after I record, so I do something tricky. As soon as I'm done recording, before I post it for Patreon folks and like YouTube members, I will upload the save as well. So check it out. Generally, I will put it up right away then. But that also means if you don't want to see spoilers, be careful because I will routinely upload the saves before I upload the video. Is the essential mod list video from 2 months ago still a good list? I would hope so. I think so. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think so. There have been a couple of fixes. I marked a couple of mods off that you shouldn't add anymore that were bug fixes, but yeah, it's good. Mehmet, you're good. Thank you for the super chat. And no, it's good. And I love eggs, so that's fine. The intersection needs the new bridges. Where, right here? No one should be crossing here. There's no reason. So I will just force everyone. Ooh, I can't. Well, just don't do it. I don't want you on that side of the road. I want you on this side. You're gonna have a bad time if you go over there. That's all I have to say. I want to put up a whole bunch of signs on this side that say no pedestrians. I'd personally remove the sidewalk if I could. Wait. Did I force everyone onto the wrong side? Oh, I did. Shoot. And actually, I should make it easier. I can just imagine there being a sign right here that says, you know, welcome to a left side crossing. And I will get rid of that now. Now it's okay to get rid of that. And that one. It's a thing you can do. Cruel to pedestrians? It is. But you know what else is cruel to pedestrians? Getting smoked by a car going 45 miles per hour down a bridge into a roundabout. That's also not very good to pedestrians. This is a lot of lanes. We just kept adding lanes And we almost got there. Almost got the traffic freedom. We're getting close. Can I just use a highway to prohibit pedestrians? I could, but I don't really mind the pedestrians being there. And I like the way the bridge looks. So if I were to switch to a highway, I would need to bring in Brian Rocha's bridge pack. I think he has the right one. Honestly, there's some feedback. I want a bridge builder. More than road builder, I think that the bridges should be modular. You should select your shell, select the road. It could be compatible with only shells of or roads of a certain width, but that's what it should be. Anyway, there was a poll. Vainglorious. I missed it because that's what I do. Results of the poll. Was it manifest time or no? Bridge builder, yes. Naturally won by 51%. I mean, that's my preference. So we're going to stick with it then. I'm into it. What did I screw up here? We're not worried about that today. That's a tomorrow problem. We'll move the fishing industry. This was just a we need to make money thing. We'll fix that in the next one. So naturally on one side of the river, manifest. So if I were to manifest, I would think that you manifest right here near Vainglorious's mansion. We make him very happy. We just put this right there so he gets all the shade. That's what you'd like, right? Well, let's see. What time of day? Yeah. You have a tough time waking up because your house is under the shade of the tower. And it's always dark. It's perma-dark until... It's dark until about 11 a.m. We just did a shade study. Yeah, manifesting density. We're not going to do it, though. We're not going to do it. It's always tough. I see folks who are just like manifesting a downtown. It ends up looking so cool. I'm bad at it. That's why it's one of the reasons I don't do it. Oh, man. I mean, I'm really looking forward to doing it. We're going to start doing it once we get back to Magnolia County. Paradise Bay. I think it's time. We just start adding a bunch of density. Part of the reason for that is I was given access to an asset. Let me find a way. Look at me. I gotta hide the URL. I've been given access to this asset, which I'm very interested in checking out, and placing it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to build. Baseball stadium, and I kind of want to put it in Paradise Bay. So, even though this is like outside of the story, I might deviate for a minute. Yeah. You want it? So this is DM Scorpio. Has early access on Patreon. And I think it's going to be released early next month to everybody. So that's why I had to hide the URL. Got a couple of stadiums though. So that is I might detour for that because I kind of want to do that. So yeah, it is nearly opening day. It's funny. I talked to my wife about baseball, and we ended up deciding we're not going for opening day. We haven't been to a baseball game in a long time. The kids have never been. So we're going to go to a game next week. My daughter's birthday, my wife's birthday. She wanted to go. I was like, all right, you guys want to go to watch sports on your birthday? Who am I to say no? So we got tickets to go see the Brewers. Should be good. Loved how that baseball park looks. Yeah. So maybe there's another poll. One last poll before we do a round of GeoGuessr, and then I start packing. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save this. Should we deviate? Okay, stadium or Charity Bay? Next Magnolia County build. Petco Oracle. Is the city paying for the stadium? Oh, I hate when cities do that. I hate when cities do that. I would certainly hope not. I'm going to say this locally. And then share it with the world. Boom. Boom. Let's keep it easy on myself. There we go. Charity Bay. Well, I'm gonna leave it up to Twitch. Right now, YouTube, it looks like the stadium is crushing. But it's also early. Someone's cheating and spending lots of points. Poll is up, rig it. Charity Bay is winning now, but not by much. Maybe what this means is that I do my B episode for Saguna Beach quickly, and then I do two Magnolia counties. Although the Charity Bay mulligan's going to be huge. Huge. It's going to take me a while. Stare at my face again as I get GeoGuessr ready. Slippery Pete, thank you for the prime. Salty, thank you for the prime as well. Dub, thank you for the 16 months. So excited for the new transit assets. Which one has been my favorite? Isn't everyone's favorite that new train station with so I would say that my favorite is the tram station with the tram depot built into it. But I feel like if I don't say that big train station, I'm kind of also lying. It's pretty amazing. The one that has a botanical garden, so cool. Bungo Man, thank you for the prime. Wins by 7 votes. YouTube. The vote was 808 to 801. Charity Bay won. You know what that means? You know what that means? Twitch is in a timeout. No more polls for you. Twitch, you've lost your polling rights. Means I need a tiebreaker. Okay, hold on. I haven't done this in so long. It's like, what am I doing? Party. You voted for stadium? Oh no, it's not copying right. There we go. Did that only go to YouTube and not Twitch? I think so. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Now you both get it. You see it? You vote for Transport Fever. Twitch got okay. YouTube should have gotten it too now. I don't know what's going on. And Raishi, thank you. Appreciate that. What do you get for winning? Good vibes. Happy feet. Oh, for winning this. I'll let you pick round 2. Round 1 is me. We're doing world. Came up as you entered your chat. Scorpio, you jumping in? While we're waiting. YouTube, you're getting pulled. Okay. All right. Let's rock and roll. I think that we're I'll give you one more. I do not know. Oh, Lord of Sin, you think I made a mistake. I did not make a mistake. I spelled it like that very purposefully. If you you should think back to when Charity Bay was formed. And why it's spelled that way. It's actually been a pain in the neck because every time I spell it the way that it's supposed to be spelled, Final Cut will autocorrect it and then it's spelled wrong in the video. Won't be doing GeoGuessr this time because you're doing an art commission, but you're a believer in me. Appreciate that. I'm going to leave the YouTube poll up until we're done with this round. So if you haven't voted, you've got time. Ooh, I know where we are. The question is where, and I think I know. I'm not going to say anything. Ah, Jim, you're supposed to keep that to yourself. The real question is what part of Greece? I think, based on the foliage, I think I have some ideas. It's so hard to tell. Gosh, every time we find Greece in GeoGuessr, I want to go back. So I think we were somewhere back here, but I don't know yet. Isn't Coos Bay in Oregon? Yeah, it is. But Poplar Ponderosa is from British Columbia. So we respect Poplar. We pay some respect by doing that. Ah, oh, shoot. I'll take that. Good for 36th. Top half. Uh, 95 miles off. It's not bad. Not bad. This could be anywhere, and it got significantly less red. Oh. It's on the left-hand side of the road. I think we're in Australia. That was in English. Australia's huge. Yeah, good thing it's not big, right? It's a flat, dry part of Australia. We're by Perth. Locking it in. Feel good about that. Nailed it. South Africa. Dang it. It's the two I always screw up. I don't know why I can't figure out the difference between South Africa and Australia. They're clearly not at all the same. Your 1,000 points. I know. I've let you down, Ravencore. I've let you down. I don't think I'm gonna make up for it. Oh, that was brutal. Brutal. It's one of those makes you go, oh. Everything else is just like, it's more. I could get this one exactly as it's. I can figure out exactly what this is. I won't. Thailand, I think. Southern Hemisphere all looks the same. Panic changed to you because of Australia. You think it's Indonesia? I'm looking for any of those. I just don't agree. I think it's Thailand, and I'm probably wrong. Malaysia. Ooh, rough. Definitely not Thai. Blue bike, or is that blue bike lanes? Who was talking about blue bike lanes? Red pedestrian lanes. Is this Turkey? Wrong alphabet for Thailand? Yeah. Is this Turkey? It's Turkey? Feels very Turkey. Oh, the bus stop is what I want to see. Well, not a big enough logo. Oh, yes. If I would have just gone a little bit further. Now I don't have any time. I'll take that. That's Did I do as well as these folks? No. That's still, I'm rising. I don't know how. I don't know how I've gotten as high as I have. I'm gonna take that. Stadium. This is where I get my redemption. This is where I get my redemption. I just have to get it more right than vainglorious. Well, okay. But Revo, here's my thought. Whenever you don't know, you go for the biggest city because the chances are, well, you know, it's not necessarily going to be the biggest city. Sometimes there's more stuff. No trees at all. A little bit of snow, a lot of elevation. Accessible. Canada? You think it's South America? I think someone who was a geography major should know better. Who took a class about physical geography should know. Who was forced to look at rocks for a while in confusion should know. And of course, I have no idea. I think that might be the furthest away that I've ever been. Cool. Love that. That was the perfect ending. Thankfully, it did nothing for my total standings because... Oh, well, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Brandon? I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that. I don't know what to say. That was just impressive. That was just impressive. I'm just impressed. George, good game. Z Frog, good game. Matt G, good game. Brandon, good game. Callum, good game. Haggerty, good game. Icy, good game. Honestly, if like Geo and Geo, Hugo and Brandon, if you get that close, you deserve it. You deserve it. So, Geo, one more game. One more game. Where are we going? It's all up to you, Geo. Are you YouTube? You didn't miss, Golden Star. We got one more. Geo Hugo gets the pick, though. Are we friends, Geo? Hold on. Kick out all those inactive folks. Okay. It's all up to you, friend. It won't let me add you. There we go. Okay. Hugo. Whoops. Where are we going? Okay. Some kind of pro? He does. Hugo shows in Sweden. Okay. I'm a pro now. Sweden by GeoGuessr. We're doing it. I know where that is. I could identify that on a map, that location. How can you join? This or I apologize. It's not sending my messages through streamer bot. I don't know why. So there you go, Twitch. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds and we'll jump in and do Sweden. Join through the link. Click on the link. It's totally free to you. If you've never played GeoGuessr, you get to play exactly like I'm playing. Totally free to you. I paid for the subscription so we can all play. So just hop on in and enjoy. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. All right. 5, 4, 3. You suck at this? Me too sometimes. Let's do it. Is this the first? This is game 2. You know, I've really only been to one city in Sweden. And I was wondering yesterday what growing zone Stockholm would be in, because Stockholm had their trees budding and we don't have ours yet. And I found out that it's most similar to like Cape Cod or Seattle, which I thought was interesting. Didn't expect that, which is why things are greener there than they are here. Why I saw flowers outside. But I also learned that Stockholm has the second most, it's in the second growing zone. Sweden has their own growing zones. Second warmest growing zone. None of this is useful information for this game. But this looks a lot like home. So I'm going to say that we are here. A little in from Stockholm, not any further north. I nailed that one. That was wonderful. Good for 49. Banglorious in 10th. Hopefully, I can pull it back. It's been unseasonably warm in Northern Europe for the last few weeks now. Atlantic current putting in work, yeah. And being far inland, even though much further south. Stinks. The design of everything in Sweden, the usage of fonts, everything's so clean. I love it. Even these like pretty basic street signs. So this, I wonder if this is like a cabin area. No. Watching this from a bomb shelter? Why is that? Hopefully you're okay. You beat me this round. It's not hard. I feel trapped. I have no idea where we are. Okay, so I took a boat tour out here. I think that we are right here. Locking it in. You think this is Sweden? Hey, Steve, I think you're onto something. Nailed it. At least I got 1 point per mile away from the location. Rough. Even rougher than watching Brandon climb up the charts. That's pretty rough too. Listening to Phil while playing your Funny Thomas game. It's a good night. Love to hear it. I wonder if these on the boat tour, the guy talked about how back in the Model T era, cars would get shipped to Sweden in boxes. And because of how poor Sweden was at the time, they wouldn't get rid of the box. They would just keep it and they would turn it into either a cabin or a garage. And they said that they kind of dot the countryside, these little box homes. I wonder if any of these are those. Thought this was gonna be a short stream? Why you gotta listen? Why you gotta call me out like that? Why you gotta call me out like that? I feel attacked. We're right about there. That feels like a quality guess. Locking it in. If only being 200 miles away was good. That's bad. That's real bad. Real bad. It might be Norway this time. I think, yeah, next time might be. I need more help than that. That is a... Wait. Is that straight up the name? That can't be the name of the city. You're horrible at this game? Well, this is a very... If you live in Sweden, I think this might still be difficult. It can't be. It can't be. I'm going to look. It would be a kind of a small town if this were an important building in it. No way, Sweden. You're right. You know what? You are right. I am procrastinating. Silvar, that's helpful. Okay, I have to get at least one. At least one. I need road signs. This is... Okay. That's helpful. 44 E4 45. Okay, so is that north? E45. 44. E45 ends. Doubles back around. I don't know where these... I don't know where the blue highways are. It seems like they're just random. I'm sure there's a pattern. I'm not seeing it. And it seems like they're all in the 300s. .45 is literally everywhere. Oh. And there it was. There was. Well, that's a record for me. That was a really dark time. I had a really, really bad time. That was good game, Hugo. Glowing Delta, good game. Sorry, actually, Hugo came in first for that one, but be a good game. Alex, good game. Serbia, good. Superbia, good game. Remote Dev, good game. Brandon, good game. That's impressive. That is a heck of a good one. Good game. That was even though that was rough, that was fun. You got 44. That's not bad. That's not bad. It could be a lot worse. He didn't even win. That's okay. He still came in the top 10. That's impressive. We had 100 people that time. That was good. That was good. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out today. We are going to call it here. Next week, we won't be here. We'll never be here again. I don't know where we're going to be next week. Either my basement or my new office, although it's an echo chamber, so I'm not sure. You have to go, getting late here in Sweden? You're right. It's very late because in 3 hours, I'm going to feel exhausted because my head's still in Sweden. Guess goodbye, old office. Goodbye, old office. You guys all, thank you for being here. We are going to do one thing. Don't leave if you are on Twitch, YouTube. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Last time in the office is crazy. I know. I didn't even tell the craziness about it. I'll tell it to Twitch while we're raiding. Bye, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for the good luck. E40 is the longest. I'm gonna remember that. All right. YouTube is gone. YouTube is gone. Astro, thank you for the